Armageddon, Irma-apocalypse, call it what you will. Hurricane Irma wreaked havoc on the people of Florida and Georgia, and also here in the Atlanta metro area. Many people here in Atlanta went hours without power. Trees came down on people's houses here in the Atlanta metro area. Schools were closed. It was a major disruption to our normal way of life. But tonight, we are able to resume that way of life as the Pinecrest Academy Paladins return to action after a week off. It's their home opener between the Pines here at Pinecrest Academy as they will take on the 0-3 Wolverines of Walker. Hello everybody, I'm Ken Gustafson and we at SUV TV are glad to be back to bring you the exciting action of Pinecrest Academy Paladin football. It should be an exciting and very competitive game as both teams are in search of their first win of the season. Walker has dropped their first 3 games of the season. They opened the season with a loss to Athens Academy 42-7. Then 2 weeks ago they lost to Mount Vernon Presbyterian 24-13. And last week they fell to Mount Pisgah Christian 45-21. So head coach Matt Casper and his Wolverine club is desperate for a win tonight. For the Paladins and head coach Terrence Mathis, they had a much needed bye week to get in some rest and some extra practice time to work out the kinks. Talked to Coach Mathis earlier this week. He said it was nice to get a bye and to get away, that the boys' spirits are still very high. They started the season playing 2 7A teams, not an easy task. They were pummeled by a strong South Forsyth team, 56-10 to start the season. Then 2 weeks ago, they were shut out by Discovery 24-0 in a game in which they were only down 3-0 at the half before things fell apart in the second half. Penalties and turnovers cost the Paladins in the second half against the Titans of Discovery. They will try to rectify that tonight against the Wolverines of Walker and notch their first win of the season. We'll take a short break and be back with our Billy Howell Ford keys to the game. You're watching Pinecrest Academy Paladin football powered by SUV TV.
This Pinecrest Academy football broadcast is brought to you by O'Rourke Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Hain Sports Medicine, S.J. Palzo, Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Atlanta Rehabilitation Center, Billy Howell Ford, and Alessio's Restaurant and Pizzeria.
If you want a used vehicle, but you also want peace of mind, you want a Ford certified pre-owned vehicle. Because every Ford CPO vehicle is given a rigorous 172-point inspection by Ford factory-trained technicians. From the radiator to the transmission, to the engine, to the air conditioning, and every Ford CPO vehicle is backed by Ford with 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty coverage, plus 12-month, 12,000-mile limited warranty coverage. Ford Certified Pre-Owned, a car that's inspected by Ford and backed by Ford. So what does that mean to you? Relax, it's covered.
We're back here between the Pines here at Pinecrest Academy for the home opener of the Pinecrest Academy Paladins against the Walker Wolverines. Here are the keys to the game, the Billy Howell Ford keys to the game. What they want, what Coach Mathis wants to do in this game is to limit the turnovers. They want to maximize plays on defense and not give up big plays, but also maximize offensive reps and results. This is the first year that quarterback Mickey Mangum, the senior quarterback for Pinecrest Academy, has played. This is his first year, and they want to maximize his reps, give him a lot of reps, and hopefully get some results. Boy, we just heard a very beautiful rendition of the national anthem. It's football tonight here at Pinecrest Academy, Between the Pines. Okay, we're back here at Pinecrest Academy, Between the Pines, as they like to call it. Just had a prayer from, opening prayer from Father David Steffi, the president of Pinecrest Academy, and he will be our halftime guest at halftime. And we'll interview Father Steffi about all the things going on at Pinecrest Academy. It's a wonderful Catholic K through 12 school. Very rigorous academic institution. Rigorous is not a bad thing. And we are getting underway for football here at Pinecrest Academy. Talking with Walker coach Matt Casper, he said that we're going to see pretty much the same thing that Pinecrest Academy does. We'll see a lot of, we'll see some two-back and one-back sets. We'll see his senior quarterback, Joseph Foes, under center and in shotgun. We'll see some trips to the left, trips to the right with his wide receivers. So pretty much the same type of offense that Pinecrest Academy runs. A year ago, Pinecrest Academy under Todd Winter ran the option offense. Todd Winter has left and gone to Holy Innocents, and head coach Terrence Mathis in his first year as head coach of Pinecrest Academy has taken over, and he's instituted a new offense, new culture, new system, and the kids are getting used to that. They're improving, they're growing, even though they're 0-2. They're improving on that system, and hopefully they'll get a win tonight. They're announcing the starting lineups here tonight. The starting quarterback for the Paladins will be senior Mickey Mangan. He is the starting quarterback. We'll also see Patrick Sullivan, the tight end, starting. The starting running back will be Michael Barosis. Also, Mangan's younger brother, Colby Mangan, will be the starting wide receiver. On the offensive and defensive lines will be Nolan Stafford, John Peter Haynes, also Joseph Kiernan, Zachary Haynes. Zach Shetman will be the center. And we are getting underway momentarily here between the Pines, here at Pinecrest Academy, the home opener for the Paladins. The Paladins in desperate need of a win tonight, as are the Wolverines, so this should be an exciting and very, very competitive match here. Glad that you could join us, ladies and gentlemen, on SUVTV.com. I'm Ken Gustafson. I will be joined momentarily by my broadcast partner, Matt Mahoney. Referees are standing in the middle of the field. And we are about to get underway here between the Pines. As I mentioned earlier, Walker comes into this game 0-3 with losses to Athens Academy, Mount Vernon Presbyterian, and Mount Pisgah Christian, while the Paladins have suffered two tough losses to 7A schools. South Forsyth, a strong 7A school, losing 56-10 in the season opener. And here come the Paladins as they march out of the tunnel through the smoke. Number 55, that is Stone Brown carrying the American flag. And I am joined by my broadcast partner, Matt Mahoney. Matt, we're going to see a very competitive game tonight between two teams desperate, needing to get a win desperately.
Absolutely. We're in beautiful conditions here on a Friday night between the Pines, right on campus, tucked in nicely on the backside here. Electric atmosphere. We've got smoke, we've got tunnels, we've got American flag, and Ken, we've got some high school football on a Friday night. I'm excited tonight.
I am too. No more Hurricane Irma. That is in the past. Armageddon is gone. Irma Apocalypse is gone. All of that. We're ready for football. The normal way of life is going to be resumed tonight as Walker is getting ready to kick it. Let's see, I take that back. It looks as if Walker won the toss and has elected to receive, and Pinecrest Academy will kick off to the Wolverines as Connor Sassine will kick it off. We're about to have toe meets leather in just a moment here, ladies and gentlemen. We will be underway. Here we go. Sassine backs up and he's ready to kick it away. It's football between the Pines here on Friday night. Here we go. Here goes Sassine. He gets his leg into it and we are underway. And the ball is fielded by Austin Hughes. Austin Hughes up the right sideline and pushed out of bounds. And the Wolverines will start at the 30-yard line, so a nice return there by the Wolverines. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
Ken, very important on this first drive. A lot of electricity, a lot of emotion. You can't lose focus. You've got to have your assignment, your job. You got to execute here early. Don't want to give up early momentum to your visitors on the road who have first possession.
Absolutely. Very important to get off to a right start. The defense has played well, has played better. They played better last week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago, excuse me. Okay, Joseph Foes in shotgun, senior quarterback for Walker. He gets it. He hands it off to his running back. That's Robert Wood. Robert Wood across the 35 to the 37-yard line, a gain of 7 yards.
Simple zone read right up the middle there. Good read by the quarterback, hands it off. Defensive line got a little bit spread out too much there. Somebody in the secondary for that second step, that second level linebacker crews, got to step up and make a tackle there on first down.
So 2nd and 3 from the 37 of Walker. Vose in shotgun. He's going to keep it. Vose runs. He crosses the 40. He gets down to about the 43-yard line, so a nice little run by Joseph Vose. That's going to be good enough for a first down.
It is a first down, and the Wolverines will move the chains, but a nice job of staying at home there by Palmer Hogan. He was the DB, split out wide. His man went to the backfield, trailed him into the box, made a nice play right inside the tackle there.
1st and 10 from the 42 for the Wolverines. Vose in shotgun. Back to throw. He tosses it over to Lake Boyer. Lake Boyer up the sidelines across the 50. He breaks a tackle. He gets out of bounds at the 50-yard line. So the Wolverines on the move here early in the first quarter.
Nice job on the perimeter there by number 4. That's Slay, the big tight end / wide receiver. Line up to the line of scrimmage on this side. Big blocker out in front. Sealed the edge and picked up a big big gain on first down for the Wolverines.
So it's going to be 2nd and 1 from the, let's call it the 49.5 or 49-yard line. Almost the 48. Vose in shotgun. He hands it off to Robert Wood. Robert Wood breaks a tackle. Robert Wood breaks another tackle. He gets across the 40, and he's down to about the 37-yard line of Pinecrest Academy. So the Wolverines really moving the football on this first drive.
Paladin defensive coordinator called up a great run blitz there, brought heat from the outside, but that zone read came right up the gut. No one home there for Green. And not only a first down, but a big gain, too, of about 11 yards. Right now the Wolverines in Paladin territory driving down the field.
1st and 10 from the 37 of Pinecrest. Joseph Vose in shotgun. He awaits the snap. Wood to his right. He gives it to Wood. Wood up the middle. Wood breaks the tackle. Wood still on his feet. Crosses the 20. Down to the 19. Let's call it the 22-yard line. He almost crossed the 20 before he was tackled.
Wood is only 5'7", 145 pounds, but don't tell him that. He likes to run between the tackles, especially that big offensive line for Walker. He can hide in behind them and then find his gap, be real patient, and explode right through the middle of the field, and that's exactly what he did right there. Another big first down for the Wolverines, and Coach Math is going to have to take a breather here.
Yes, Coach Math is calling a timeout, and we'll keep it right here. Let's talk about the Pinecrest Academy defense. They're really going to have to bow up here as Walker has gotten deep into their territory.
Coming into this contest, I felt like a lot of points were going to be scored. So nothing surprising here out of the first drive. Again, you can step up, make a change defensively, but right now the Wolverines really running the football between the tackles, and so they're going to have to load the box up. I know they're going to put 3 and 4 wide receivers out there at a time, but if you notice, Ken, they'll put their running back, so to speak, Wood, at wide receiver, motion him to the backfield. So yes, it looks like there's 3 or 4 wide receivers on the field, but right now you're going to get numbers in the box to try to match this big offensive line for Walker that right now is just pushing the line of scrimmage downfield.
So we're out of the timeout. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 21 of Pinecrest Academy.
See, again, they show 4 wide receivers. Watch one of them come to the box. Right here with 7. There's Wood again. Somebody's got to go with him.
Wood in motion. And there's a flag on the field. Let's see. And
a good indication of that, we're looking at false start. A good indication of that is Hogan Palmer. He's that sort of nickel outside linebacker for the Paladins. He's going to have a big game to stop this run. So when his man that lines up in the slot floats into the backfield, he's almost 9 times out of 10 got to track with him, especially on run downs, down and distance where it looks like it's going to be a run play. Trust your DBs behind you. They're going to be able to cover the receivers because right now you've got to stop the run.
There's a term in football called reading your keys.
Absolutely.
And the Pinecrest defense needs to do that tonight.
See, again, 4 wide receivers. One of them's coming to the box. Again, it's Wood.
Wood in motion.
Here comes Palmer on the perimeter.
Vose awaits the snap. Here's the snap. He's going to run with it. Vose carries. He's across the 15, across the 10, across the 5. Touchdown, Walker. Joseph Vose, a 21-yard touchdown run, and the Wolverines have taken the lead 6-0.
Got to tip your hat to number 64. That's going to be Newsard, the senior, 6'4", 295-pound left guard. He saw Hogan Palmer coming. Great defense dialed up. Palmer went right to the gap. The play was run, but a great job at the left tackle there for the Wolverines to just turn Palmer out, opened up a huge hole, and the quarterback took care of the rest.
Hunter Norzad, one of the senior captains on this Walker team. Kyle Goldstein on to attempt the extra point. He awaits the snap. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. So Walker draws first blood here in the first quarter. We have 10:42 to go in the first quarter. It is Walker 7, Pinecrest Academy nothing. You're watching Pinecrest Academy Paladin football, powered by SUV TV.
Again, that's a great job by the left tackle there. Pretty nifty spin move too as well for the Wolverine quarterback. Jose takes it to the pylon there, puts the first score on the board, and Ken, right now, we just got to regroup. We just got to take a deep breath here. A lot of emotion, a lot of excitement. You just kind of put it behind you. A lot of football left in front of you here. They score, we score. We talked about, we thought this was going to be a high-scoring game. At least for the Paladin fans, we're hoping this is a high-scoring game because of the tough teams that the Paladins have played so far this season. You'd like to get familiar with that end zone in this ball game. So you just got to answer the call right here. Ken, I'm not saying you need 6 points and a 2-point conversion to take a lead. You just need points here. You just need to sustain a drive.
That's right. Nick Rath to kick it off. Michael Baroses and Ryan DeFazio back to receive. Here's the kick from Rath. It's a line drive kick. It's caught by Baroses. Baroses across the 20 or almost to the 20. He's out at about the 16-yard line, and that's about where Pinecrest Academy is going to start.
All right, here we go, Ken. We're going to see the offense for the first time. Gave up 7 points defensively. Now the offense is going to go to work here and see. We talked about it. Had a chance to talk to Coach Mathis. This is a very young, pun intended, green team. So Magnum's going to go out there and play quarterback. He's just going to run this offense. Control his teammates, take care of the football, not turn it over, and this should be a good night for the boys in green.
Mangan in shotgun. Barros is behind him. This is Mangum's first year playing quarterback. Mangum going to carry. Mangum win the keeper, and he is wrapped up by number 64. That is Hunter Norzad. He is one of the senior captains on this Walker team. Nice tackle by Norzad.
Back-to-back plays for Norzad, wearing 64 for the Wolverines. Had the great block to pick up the run blitz that led to the touchdown. And here, the left tackle getting out on that speed option play. Takes down the quarterback. And you mentioned it, Mickey Magnum. Playing his first time quarterback, he's playing first time football since about 6th grade. So he's got a lot to learn here, a lot of growing up to do. And we may see a lot of it right here in front of our own eyes.
Second down from the 19. Mangan back to throw. He's going to toss it over to Barozes, and Barozes is wrapped up right away. Number 58, Patrick Reddick, there on the stop for Walker. Not much of a gain. May have been a loss.
We highlighted the Walker wide receivers blocking on the perimeter. That's exactly what the Paladins weren't able to do on that play, but I like the flexibility. Speed option first play, swing pass out to the left side. Now you're playing a little bit behind the chains here, Ken, with a 3rd and long, but we've seen so far in 2 games, the Paladins have been able to pick up some 3rd and long plays.
They have indeed. It is 3rd and 14 from their own 15-yard line. Mangan in shotgun. Mangan back to throw. He tosses it to Barozes, and Barozes almost breaks a tackle, but not before number 54.
I got 58. Reddick.
58, excuse me, Patrick Reddick.
Yeah, Reddick with a first down saving tackle there. They were in man-to-man defense, brought a little heat from the opposite side of where the screen was coming from, and Reddick did a nice job of wrapping up and taking his man down. That for sure would have been a first down on a broken tackle.
So it is punting time for the Paladins, and Matt Stone into punt for Pinecrest Academy. Here's the punt. Straight up in the air, and it bounces out around midfield, around the 46-yard line of Walker. So that's where the Wolverines will start, at their own 46-yard line. 8:35 to go in the first quarter here. It is Walker 7, Pinecrest Academy nothing.
And we've seen the punting woes for the Paladins so far this season, so good to get a little confidence boosted there. Maybe a little bit of an exhale to get that first punt off, and now the defense got to go back to work. You got to make an adjustment. Wolverines were very successful running the football with that zone replay with their running back between the tackles, and Ken, I would even say more specifically between the guards. Got to make an adjustment here second time through.
Coach Mathis said it was nice to get away to have a bye week. 1st and 10 from the 46. Joseph Foes, the senior quarterback for Walker. He gets it. He hands it to Robert Wood. Robert Wood breaks the tackle across the 50, across the 45, and wrapped up around the 44-yard line. Number 56, Joseph Kernan on the stop.
It's going to be a long night if the Paladins defense can't stop that play right there. That is literally play number 1 in the playbook for the Wolverines, and if they keep getting these huge chunks of yardage with each first down, running that zone read right up the middle on a give, maybe a long night for the boys in green.
So the ball is at the Pinecrest 40-yard line. Here's Robert Wood again. Robert Wood up the middle, and he's across the 35-yard line, almost to the 30.
Another rush of 10-plus yards on first down for the Wolverines.
They'll spot it at the 28-yard line of Pinecrest Academy. The defense has got to get a stop here. They must respond. So 1st and 10 from the 28 for Walker. 8:03 to go in the first quarter. They lead it 7-0. Joseph Foes in shotgun formation. Wood to his right. Now Vose is going to keep it. Vose breaks a tackle. He breaks another tackle and gets down to the 20-yard line. And once again, the Walker Wolverines are in the red zone.
Norzad, Bowden, Snelvey, Sissom just dominating the offensive line, just dominating right now for the Wolverines.
The defense has really got to step up here for Pinecrest Academy. Want to remind you that at halftime we'll have our special guest will be Father David Steffi. He's the president of Pinecrest Academy. We'll have him as our halftime guest, and he'll talk about all things Pinecrest Academy. Here's Vose. Vose on the keeper. Vose. Nice tackle there. And that is number 52, Nolan Stafford. Great open field tackle.
Palmer there originally, but then this linebacker pursuing over to the perimeter. Palmer did a nice job of at least delaying his runner and the quarterback. That's Ken, good news. It's only a gain of 3. Bad news, it's another first down.
It's a first down. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line of Pinecrest Academy. And Walker once again on the move. Pinecrest has not been able to stop the running attack of Robert Wood. He is churning up the yardage here in this first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 19. Wood, looks like Wood in it at quarterback. It looks like a wildcat formation of some sort. And that was Robert Wood running the ball down to almost the 5-yard line.
Yeah, nothing changed there, Ken. Vo's in that shotgun set. Sam QB Reed hands it to Wood, and Wood just getting truckloads of yards per carry right now.
We're at a little bit lower elevation, right almost on the field than we have been in the past couple of weeks. Here we go. Joseph Vo's in shotgun formation. He awaits the snap. Walker poised for another touchdown. Here we go. He's going to run it. Vose. And he is close to a touchdown. Yes, it is a touchdown for Walker. Joseph Vose on the quarterback keeper scores. It is 13-0 Walker Wolverines. So just like that, Walker runs it down against the Pinecrest defense, just marches down the field and scores.
Again, Vo's a 6 foot, 185-pound senior. Just takes that Reed play right up the middle here, and he's got a pair of touchdowns for Walker in this ball game.
Here's Kyle Goldstein for the extra point. He kicks it up, and it is good.
Nice job by the holder there. Tough snap to deal with, but got it down and allowed his kicker to get that ball up through the upright. So, Ken, now you really got to exhale right here because 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Wolverines, 3-and-out punt for the Paladins. Got to get regrouped right here. You just need some positive momentum here any way you can get it.
That's right, exactly. We have 5:56 to go in the game. Walker leads it 14-0. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Pinecrest Academy Paladins football powered by SUV TV. We're back here between the Pines here, Pinecrest Academy. Walker leads it 14-0 as Nick Rath about to kick it away. There's a line drive bouncer, and it's picked up by Ryan DeFazio. DeFazio still running, and he is corralled at around the 20-yard line. Ryan DeFazio, he's one of the backup quarterbacks on this Pinecrest Academy squad. And the Paladins have got to get something going on offense on this drive. It is imperative. They trail 14-0, 5:50 to go in the first quarter. The way Walker's playing, you wouldn't think they were 0-3.
Makes you wonder who they've played this season.
Mangan in shotgun. He hands it off to, looks like number 25, Brooks Binkley. Brooks Binkley on the carry. He gained maybe 2 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 23 of Pinecrest Academy. Mangan in shotgun. Waits the snap. And he hands it off again to Binkley. Binkley finds a hole, and he gets across the 25-yard line and down at the 26-yard line.
3rd manageable here. Referee's in the spot that's about 4 yards short at the first down. So the playbook's still very much open here. We've seen that swing route. We've seen the speed option play. I would expect for them to go to the ball to the air, something short, something simple here. Let's see if the green quarterback, not necessarily young, but the green quarterback here in Magnum can handle the pressure.
Mangan in shotgun. Back to throw. He throws it. It's complete to his younger brother, Colby Mangum, and he is wrapped up right away at the 30-yard line.
It's textbook, Ken. Colby needs 4 yards to get a first down. It's a 7-yard curl, run 7, come back 2, catch the football, taken down, first down Paladins. Great job there offensively, a little pitch and catch on the perimeter.
Excellent job knowing where the first down marker is as well, and the receiver, Colby Mangum, running to that first down marker. Sometimes the receiver doesn't know where the first down marker is, and they don't get the yardage, but in this case they did. So it is 1st and 10 from their own 33 for Pinecrest Academy. They trail 14-0. Mangan going to hand it off. Wow. And that was Hogan Palmer got the carry, and he was wrapped up right away.
Yeah, that's the defensive end on the right side of the formation there. It just breaks through the O-line for the Paladins, makes a nice tackle for a loss. Now I would expect to see the Paladins maybe take a shot downfield here.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11 from the Pinecrest Academy 32-yard line. 3:50 to go in the first quarter.
It's basically been a base defense for the Wolverines. Sometimes they'll take that nickel, get him out on the perimeter, but with 2 wideouts and now a third in the slot, you're going to see basic cover 3 defense here.
Now Mangan under center. And he's going to hand it off to, let's see, that was number 5, Michael Barozes.
I'll tell you what, Ken, Gass is the DB to this side. And on the short side of the field, he's got his eyes in the backfield. So as soon as he saw run, he went right to the backfield and made the tackle at only a 2-yard gain. I wonder if you can burn him on a little play action pass to this side. Keep an eye on number 3 and how aggressive he is in white, going toward the backfield, trying to stop the run.
Austin Cass, linebacker for Walker, playing a great game so far. Mangan back to throw. Mangan gonna throw. He misses his receiver, number 81. That was David Stubbs.
I'm not sure Stubbs thought he was getting the football. He ran a little out route from the Y position right outside the tackle. A tight end lined up there, runs 10 yards up and runs flat straight to the sideline. And the ball was on time and on target. I don't think Stubbs was ready for it. I think he was expecting someone else to get that football, as it seemed like he was in the right spot at the right time, and so the Paladins let the punt away on the incompletion.
Yeah, there did seem to be a miscommunication on the route as Matthew Stone is in the punt for the Paladins. Here's Stone's punt. Ooh, almost blocked. It's a good one, though, and it's picked up by Lake Boyer. Lake Boyer breaks the tackle. Lake Boyer is across the 35 and down around the 36-yard line for Walker. And once again, the Pinecrest Academy defense is called upon to get a stop on this drive. They've not been able to stop Walker's previous drive so far. They've got to bow up and get a stop here.
This is worst case scenario right now for the Paladins, because you would love to create a turnover here of some sort, but the Wolverines aren't throwing the ball at all to try to catch an interception. So you're going to have to strip that football up or put huge numbers in the box right now and rely on your DBs to match up the wide receivers.
Trips to the left for Walker from the 38. The handoff, inside handoff is to, that was, let's see, number 24. That is Jake Hajost. Jake Hajost gets maybe 2 yards. 2:19 here in the first quarter. Walker leading Pinecrest Academy 14-0. Actually, that was no gain. The ball's still at the 38-yard line, so 2nd and 10 from the 38.
Keep an eye on Patrick Sullivan. He seems to be playing a little bit close to the line of scrimmage than what he normally does, so this may be an adjustment as he does put his hand on the ground, defensive end to the near side of your screen.
Here's Vose back to throw. He throws a long throw, and it is just off the hands of number 4. That was Bo Slay.
Yeah, I got Bo Slay there. He's the guy, when you watch film for the Wolverines, you circle as a head coach. So we know Bo Slay, very tall, checks in 6'4", 205 pounds. He's got a collegiate body. He's going to be able to stretch the field down vertically. That's what they tried to do there. It just went right through his hands. So Slay in his senior season, missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, they're
going to go back to him more than once today.
That was a very catchable ball by Slay. That could have been 6 right there. Pinecrest Academy lucky on that play. 3rd and 10 from the 38.
So we're going to get a timeout here. A little confusion on the Wolverine side. And Ken, this is a perfect opportunity to talk about this Wolverines offense. They're putting 3 and 4 wide receivers out of the huddle every single time, and the Paladins are matching up with them in terms of personnel. So they're putting just as many DBs into the game as they have wide receivers, and they're still wanting a free safety over the top. And so when you do the math, okay, they've got 4 receivers, we've got 4 DBs and a 5th safety. That only leaves 6 guys in the box, and our 6 aren't getting enough pressure or stopping the run against that offensive line for the Wolverines. So when they go bunch to the one side with 3 wide receivers, just put your one corner out there and expect your safety to get over there. You got to make an adjustment to get more numbers into the box. I think I hope here out of this timeout, that's the focus here for the Paladins. And again, Hunter Palmer is a great example as that nickel outside linebacker. Get him in the box, and we'll just roll out here and take our chances with Trip Hotchman.
2 receivers to the left. It's 3rd and 10. Vose going to roll towards his left. Vose throws towards the sidelines. It's incomplete. He wanted Austin Hughes.
Yeah, Hughes was open. Hughes ran a little 7-yard out route. He was open early. Vose hold on to it just way too long and then threw the ball to the turf. And here you go. 4th and 9. And the Paladins may have got it stopped here right before the end of the first quarter.
So 4th and 9. The Paladins do get a stop. And they will get the ball back. And number 24, number 2. Oh, a not so good punt there. That was Jake Tasman with the punt, and the ball is going to roll at about the 40 or 30, well, let's call it the 36-yard line of Pinecrest Academy. Good field position for the Paladins.
And that's thanks to Nolan Stafford, 52 for Pinecrest, got through the middle of that punt formation, put some pressure on the punter, made him alter his route just a little bit, and you saw that ball knuckle out of his foot. And so here, Paladins able to change the field position a little bit. Love to get down into at least field goal territory to put some points on the board here in the first quarter.
The Paladins have the offense to put points on the board. They just got to do it. 1st and 10 from the 36. Mangan awaits the snap. Back to throw. He's going to throw a long bomb. And he was wanting his younger brother Colby Mangum, but there was good coverage there by Austin Hughes, number 3. That was Austin Gass on the coverage.
So Ken, you and I talked about it in week 1, had a chance to talk to Coach Mathis this week, and he's wanting to develop that Magnum combination, and that's a great example. They're going to go back and watch that clip on tape because Colby, the wide receiver, went inside. Brother threw it outside. They're getting on the same page there on that go route.
2nd and 10 from the 36 for the Paladins. Here's the handoff to Baroses, and Baroses is wrapped up. Maybe got a yard. Patrick Wright on the tackle for Walker. Ball's going to be placed at the 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Actually, yes, 3rd and 9 from the 40-yard line. So let's see if the Paladins can convert on this 3rd and 9. .101 to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Walker.
Targeted Stubbs. He's in the slot far side. See if they do it again.
Mangum gets the snap. Mangum back to throw. Mangum over towards the sideline. He gets Patrick Sullivan. Sullivan is tackled right away. He gets down to about the 44-yard line, but not enough for the first down. It's going to be 4th down for Pinecrest Academy.
Tip your hat to the linebackers there for the Wolverines. They knew pass was coming. When they saw Magnum in the shotgun set and he dropped back to pass, they just hovered right back at that first down marker. They took away a lot of the passing lanes, made Magnum check down, throw an out route there, and come up and make the tackle. Now, ball around midfield. Pinecrest and Terrence Mathlin's going to roll the dice here.
They're going to go for it, 4th and 4 from the 45-yard line.
Hard count's not a bad idea here. Hard count is not a bad idea.
Crowd is loud here. Crowd rooting on the Paladins. Mangan and shotgun. 2 receivers to the right.
I like the idea. Let's line up, see what we get. If we don't like the matchup we're going to get, then we'll just go to the second quarter. But I would have loved to see, and I think this is one of the things that Magnum can learn. Go under center, go hard count, 3 or 4. Hot, 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 hot. Try to get them to jump to get an easy first down right before the quarter. But again, young, fresh, new, learning the game just a little bit. That's kind of the next level that he can get after, because you can help your teammates out without snapping the ball. You basically get in a huddle and say, hey, nobody move. We're going to go dummy count, hard count to try to jump them off sides. And if it doesn't work, you melt the clock away and go to the second quarter. So a little basketball play there. You line up with a formation. If you get a matchup you like, you run the play. If not, you just sit on it.
Right. This is a new offense, a new culture, new system, new coach. We're going to take a short break here. It is 14-0 Walker over Pinecrest Academy, end of the first quarter. You're watching Pinecrest Academy Paladin football, powered by SUV TV.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
We're back here, start of the second quarter. And they were not able to get.
So 2 things here. I love out of the timeout, or the break in the action, I should say, that you go for the long ball. 4th and 4, 4th and 5, a long 5. That's a lot of contact there between the DB and the wide receiver. If that's how we're going to call the game in the secondary tonight, so be it. But I want to reference this play later on in the game, Ken. If the flag do start to fly on the pass interference, there was a lot of contact there. And going for that ball, I'm not saying it was right or it was wrong, but there was not a flag with those contacts.
They tried to go for it on 4th down and failed. And Walker gets the ball at the Pinecrest Academy 45-yard line. A gallant effort, though, by the Paladins.
Yeah, I like the play call out of the break.
Joseph Vose, the senior quarterback for Walker, and do we have a penalty? We have a timeout. I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that at halftime we're going to have a very special guest. Father David Steffi, the president of Pinecrest Academy, will be our guest, and we will talk with him about the things going on at Pinecrest Academy. There's more than football, there's more than athletics. This is a school, and there's a lot going on here at Pinecrest Academy that you would be interested in, and Father Steffi will be our guest at halftime, so make sure you tune in at halftime.
I tell you, Ken, you're right. This place is absolutely gorgeous here. Tucked on the football field, the stadium, I should say, is tucked into the backside of campus there. They've got Tent City all behind the end zone on the right side of your screen there. I believe Odell Beckham Jr. is in the parking lot. I mean, it is crazy here today. There's a Hall of Fame recognition too, so a lot of great activities going along with this first home game of the season for Pinecrest.
And let's not forget the Sunday night football truck is here as well. The Vince Lombardi trophy is in the truck. I've seen it. I took a picture of it. So we'll see some footage possibly on the Sunday night football broadcast between the Atlanta Falcons and Green Bay Packers.
So maybe Matt Ryan was here. I don't know.
He might be. Let's see. Here we go. Vose, he's going to carry across the 45, across the 40, across the 35, across the 30, and run out of bounds inside the 30-yard line at about the 28, maybe the 27. So a nice carry by Joseph Vose for Walker. As I mentioned before, you would hardly believe the way Walker's playing that they're 0-3, but it is true. They lost to Mount Pisgah Christian a week ago, 45-21.
That's hard to believe.
Ball placed at the 30. So 1st and 10 from the 30 of Pinecrest Academy. Wolverines maintain a 14-0 lead. Vose in shotgun. Wood in motion. And Vose is going to keep it. Vose is wrapped up at about the 25-yard line. Number 56, Joey Kiernan.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That offensive line is dominating right now for the Wolverines, so why do anything else other than run that football right between the tackles?
2nd and 5 from the 25, 11:32 to go in the first half. Walker leading Pinecrest Academy 14-0 and looking for more. Actually, the ball is placed at the 24-yard line to be exact. Still 2nd and 5. Joseph Vose in shotgun. And he's back to throw. He's going to throw towards the end zone. It is caught by number 4. That is Bo Slay with the touchdown.
We knew Slay was going to be targeted tonight. May have had a great block on the perimeter in the first quarter. Dropped the ball down the right sideline. That would have picked up a first down, but no hesitation, no doubt about that right there. Ran a good route to the perimeter, caught the football first, and tiptoed inside that pylon. Pick up a big touchdown for the Wolverines.
24-yard strike from Joseph Vose to Bo Slay makes it 20-0. Extra point pending from Kyle Goldstein. He awaits the snap. Patrick Wright, the holder. The snap is up. The kick is up, I should say, and the kick is good. And with 11:01 to go in the half, the Walker Wolverines, 0-3 Walker Wolverines, have a 21-0 lead over the Pinecrest Academy Paladins. So I guess you're just going to have to exhale again. The Pinecrest offense has got to get something going in a hurry here. Down 21-0. Head coach Terrence Mathis was pleased to have a break, a bye week, after 2 tough losses to South Forsyth and to Discovery. He said that the kids, their spirits were high, they were ready to play, they were ready to start region play, which this is. This is the first game in region play. We'll be at Mount Perrin Christian next week in Kennesaw. But right now, we're between the pines here at Pinecrest Academy. But the Paladins trail 21-0 with 11 minutes to go in the half as Nick Rath is ready to kick it away for the Wolverines.
Love to see the kickoff return team set up a big possession for the offense.
Here's the kick. It's a low kick, and it is caught, fair caught by Patrick Sullivan at the 30-yard line, so that is where the Paladins will start on first down.
Sullivan's coached to do that, Ken, because I would say for the big defensive end / tight end, he doesn't get the ball in his hands too many times. And so to get that pooch punt, I bet the urge inside his brain was to catch and run. But well-coached ball team there on the kickoff return. If you get that pooch, just fair catch it and we keep the ball.
So the Paladins trailing 21-0. Very, very important to get some points on this drive. Got to get some momentum, got to get some positive things going here.
Yeah, moved the chains last time. Got to do so again and then put some points on the board.
Here's Mangum. Going to hand it off. No, excuse me, he's going to throw it, and it's complete.
We talked about it, Ken. It was that play action that we looked
Colby Mangum.
Yeah, Colby Mangum there. But we saw the play action might be a possibility in that first quarter. Good notes by the coaching staff there. Carried it over here to the second quarter. And I think you're going to have to see more of that because downhill running is not going to be successful versus that defensive line for the Wolverines. So if you can get them moving one way, bootleg out the other, reverse the field the other way, get some man-to-man coverage or what looks to be man-to-man, might be zone, whatever the case may be. But it's their guy versus our guy, and our guy made a catch.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 from the 36. Mangan hands it off, and this is Brooks Binkley. Binkley gets the first down. He's at the 40, or at least he looks like he got the first down. It looks like he got the 3 yards.
And Ken, it's amazing what even the thought of play action does to the defense and the success and the ability to actually run the football. If they're just all pin the ears back looking downhill at the ball carrier, it's going to be easy pickings for them. But even the threat of play action opens up your run game.
You cannot be predictable in this game. Back to throw is Mangum towards the sidelines. It is complete. But he is hit, the receiver hit immediately.
In and out, incomplete.
Excuse me, incomplete pass.
Right idea, though. I love the execution. Magnum catch, step, throw, that quick. Doesn't give the defensive line time to get to the quarterback. A simple 6-yard stop route, just going to hold on to the football on the perimeter.
So it's going to be second in. We got a penalty. Ineligible man downfield against the Paladins. And that's going to back him up 5 yards. So it's going to be, I want to say.
That'll be first and
15.
Yeah.
From their own 35. 9:55 to go in the half.
They're actually decline the penalty and keep 2nd and 10.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Pinecrest Academy from the 40-yard line.
Love the catch and release here.
2 receivers to the left. Mangum back to pass. Mangum throws towards the sideline, complete to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to break a tackle, but he is wrapped up by
Lost the football.
Lost the football. We got a fumble. Let's see who's got it.
Paladins got it back.
Paladins did get it back. Sullivan able to fall on it and hold on to it. There is a flag on the play. The Paladins are clapping.
This is going to be a...
Might be a face mask.
No, I'm going to say dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct. Not exactly sure which way the referee's going to point to on this one. But the scrum was definitely peeling up off the pile. Let's see who this is going against.
Against Walker.
We'll take it.
We will indeed take it. 15-yard penalty against the Wolverines. It'll be 1st and 10.
And not to overshadow the 15-yard penalty, I love the offense there. It's quick, it's simple, it's easy. Pitch and catch. Those DBs are in cover 3. So whether it's the 2 corners or the safety in the middle of the field, they're playing 8, 10, 12 yards off the ball. Simple pitch and catch on the perimeter, especially when you don't have as much success against that defensive line. Love the adjustment here.
First and 10 from the 45 of Walker. Mangan in shotgun.
A lot of space to the far side of that field.
Mangan gonna hand it off. And number 10, Hogan Palmer with the carry, and he gets maybe about 2 or 3 yards.
Palmer's doing what he's coached to do there. He sees a cutback lane, he goes to it. I would have liked to have stretched that play out to the far side with all that green grass and that space out there. Might be able to get a couple more yards, but that's just 1 yard on first down. But little bit of momentum here for the Paladins. Going to keep it going.
So a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 44 of Walker. Pinecrest Academy trails 21-0. Here's Mangan. He's going to keep it. He's shovel pass off to Barozas. Barozas up the sidelines, and he is pushed out around the 40-yard line. Nice little play there by trailing 21-0. 7:04 to go in the first half.
They've almost exclusively abandoned the running game between the tackles. Everything has been on the perimeter. I like that idea.
So 1st and 10 from the Walker 42 for Pinecrest Academy. Mangan going to hand it off to Barozas. Barozas runs towards the sidelines, runs upfield, and is forced out of bounds, but we got a penalty flag.
This looks like it's going against Paladin. Right tackle got a little bit outside the hash marks there, extended with his defensive end, and I think that's going to be holding.
So that's going to almost negate the personal foul penalty against Walker. And the Paladins are going to be pushed back 10 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 20. Pinecrest Academy trailing 21-0 here. 6:59 to go in the first half.
I'd say get that penalty right back here. That quick 5, 6 yard, 7 yard stop route, especially on the short side of the field versus grass.
So 1st and 15 from the Walker 47. Back to throw is Mangan. Mangan throws towards the sideline, complete to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to break a tackle. He is wrapped up, though, by number 40 for Walker.
Forward progress takes you back to about the original line of scrimmage, so not a bad thought there. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Austin Hughes on the stop for the Wolverines. Also number 40, that was Carl Grinstaff as well on the play. So 2nd and 15 from the Walker 44. 6:15 to go in the first half. The Paladins desperately trying to put some points on the board before the first half ends. 2 receivers to the right. Mangan in shotgun. He's going to keep it. He's going to run, and they're going to give it to Brooks Binkley, and Brooks Binkley is forced out of bounds.
Magnum's got the right idea, so they're not going to block the defensive end on the short side of the field, so that defensive end has to come to the quarterback. Magnum, just like throwing the ball downfield, you got to pick up your target a little bit sooner, so he kind of had some pressure and just tossed it parallel, but Brinkley was not in the neighborhood. You got to find your target just a little bit sooner on that pitch.
3rd and 13, gain of 2. 3rd and 13 from the 45-yard line. 5:54 to go in the first half. Mangan in shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right. Mangan back to throw, looking, throwing. He's going to throw a long pass, and it is intercepted by Austin Hughes. And he steps out of bounds, and just a devastating turnover there by the Paladins as Mangan throws his first interception of the night.
Not a bad idea there for Magnum. He had a go route on the outside, then he had a corner route with that tight end, put the ball in the right neighborhood, but the problem with that is do it just a little bit too soon, and the 1 DB in cover 3 was on that side of the field, was able to cover both receivers there. Got to wait on a little bit more separation to either read the go route or let that DB clear out and throw it to the tight end on the corner.
So now Walker has a chance to put more points on the board with 5:45 to go in the first half.
This is dangerous.
Joseph Foes in shotgun formation, Wood in motion, Wood to his right. He hands the ball off to Robert Wood. Robert Wood running, trying to fight for yardage. He is stacked up and wrapped up at around the 39-yard line.
So Ken, as optimistic as we were about 21-7, we cannot go down 28-0 at halftime.
No, we cannot. That's almost a point of no return at that point. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 from the 36. 5:22 and counting here in the first half.
Keep in mind, the Wolverines only have one more timeout. Clock will stop with the first down as well as ball going out of bounds on a run play. So they don't have all the time in the world.
2nd and 7 from the 38. Vose in shotgun. Wood to his left.
Should have motion here. False start.
Oh, so a false start penalty against the Wolverines, going to back it up 5 yards.
Yeah.
So it's going to be backed up to the 33-yard line of Walker.
We've seen coverage mixed up a little bit from the Paladins from the first, say, 3 possessions to the last 2 defensively. Got to be very, very smart. Know your players, know your personnel here. You don't want to get anybody confused thinking we should be in cover 2 or actually in cover 3 and give up a big play. Make sure everybody is on the same sheet of music in gold helmets.
Let's see what the Paladin defense does. A blitz would be nice here. Vose in shotgun. He's going to keep it. He's going to burst through the line. Vose running. He keeps running across the 50, 45, 40, 45. Oh, a nice tackle. Nice tackle there. That was, looked like number 15, Sawyer Huffstetler with the open field tackle. He saved a touchdown.
I got DeFazio on that one, on the shoestring tackle there.
Ryan DeFazio with a shoestring tackle, saving a touchdown. But a nice run there by Joseph Vose.
So now the big play for the Wolverines now puts the clock in their favor with 4:27 and counting. They're well within Paladin territory. A first down away from being in the red zone. So now they can be a hair conservative in managing that clock.
1st and 10 from the Pinecrest Academy 33-yard line. 4:11 to go in the first half. Walker up 21-0 and looking for more. Vose in shotgun formation, Wood to his left. Vose going to keep it. He's going to run. He's still running. Oh, he just bowled over.
Fumble.
Oh, we got a fumble. And a turnover. The Paladins have recovered. 56, Joey Kiernan with the recovery.
Couple of big plays on that. First was Palmer went right through the line of scrimmage, stopped Vose's attack almost in the backfield. It set up some of his other guys downfield to be able to make that gang tackle and strip that football out of there. Huge turnover.
Huge turnover indeed as the Paladins get the ball back with 3:51 to go in the first half. But very, very deep in their own territory. Here's Mangum going to play it safe here, hand it off to Barozas. Barozas breaks a tackle. Barozas running across the 20 and out of bounds at around the 36-yard line.
How about another one? Barozas goes 15 yards, then he's taken down outside of the track on the far side of the field. No flag, but a great run for the Paladins. Got to keep an eye on the clock, though, Ken. 2 timeouts left for the Paladins. You got to be really, really efficient here if you're going to put points on the board, even if it is 3.
3:42 to go in the first half. The Paladins trailing 21-0.
Again, clock stops with that first down.
Mangan in shotgun. Barozas behind him. Morangan hands it off to Barozas, and he is wrapped up right away by number 70.
You'd love to be able to...
James Snavely, one of the captains on the Walker team. That really hurts.
Everything's going to be a learning curve for Magnum, the quarterback, and this is a great one here. Ken, I don't know if they're going to install a 2-minute offense, but here's a quarterback. You've got to manage the game wisely here. Now your team is behind the chains. Do you milk some of this clock off and tuck your tail between the legs at 21-0 at halftime? Or if Magnum's learning at a faster pace than what the curve is calling for, you may be able to be aggressive and throw the football down the field. Big learning opportunity right here for the quarterback.
Let's see what Coach Terrence Mathis does. And let's see what Mangum does. Mangum in the Paladin offense. Here we go. Mangum gets the snap. He throws it. It's caught by Barozas, but he is wrapped up immediately. That is number 14, Patrick Wright, with the tackle.
Magnum knew he was coming. This time from the perimeter, from the line, from the second step there, secondary linebacker position, took the hit and delivered a football on time and on target.
2:32 to go in the half.
Got a timeout left here.
And are they going to use it? No, it's 3rd and 9 from the 31 of Pinecrest Academy. Mangum in shotgun. He gets the snap. Mangan back to throw. He throws towards the sidelines. It is caught. Caught by number 81, David Stubbs.
Ball comes loose. Incomplete.
Actually, it's incomplete. He did not hold on to the football.
I do like the idea that Magnum and Stubbs are at least working on their timing. They're both on the same page and on that pass there to get it completed. Stubbs just got to hang on to the football. Even a catch, a completion, and a tackle, he's short of the first down. Paladins would have to punt anyways.
So it's punting situation for Pinecrest Academy with 2:09 to go in the half. Matthew Stone in to punt. Need a good punt here.
Yeah.
He awaits the snap. He gets it. It's a low snap. He's going to step towards his left and punt. And the ball bounces to the 32-yard line. So with under 2 minutes to go in the half, 1:56 to be exact, Walker has the football and the lead, 21-0 with 1st and 10 from the 32.
Yeah, nothing changed from 3 minutes ago, Ken, whether it's a little bit more than 4 minutes remaining till halftime or now under 2 minutes remaining till halftime. You got to come up with a stop here. 28-0 would be detrimental at halftime.
Absolutely must stop for the Paladin defense. Vose in shotgun. Back to throw is Vose. Vose throws over the middle. It's complete. Oh, and a nice tackle. It was complete to Austin Hughes.
I'm not mad at that. You leave the middle of the field open right there. They deliver a post route. On time, on target, pick up the first down, move the chains. Pressure's on the Wolverines right here with only one timeout and under 2 to play.
A minute 48 to go in the half. The Wolverines have the ball at the Pinecrest Academy 47-yard line. And let's see if they call a timeout. No, they will not call a timeout. So 1st and 10 from the 47 of Pinecrest Academy. Walker on the move once again. Vose back to throw, looking, throwing over the middle, complete to Bo Slay. Bo Slay running towards the sideline, blows Slay upfield, and he is run out of bounds to about the 25-yard line.
I'm okay with the catch, Ken. I'm not okay with the yardage and the run after the catch.
You got to tackle right away. You got to wrap up and tackle immediately. I agree with you.
Now the Wolverines find themselves with time and timeouts in their favor.
So 1st and 10 from the 26, a minute 21 to go. Walker poised to score another touchdown. And now the give is to Robert Wood. Robert Wood is going to run. Robert Wood is down across the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. Nice gain for Robert Wood on the carry.
Clock stops again at 1:17. Move the chains.
And that's another first down for the Wolverines. A minute 16 to go here in the first half. And the Wolverines in the red zone. Vose in shotgun formation. And he's going to carry, and he's going to keep it. He's going to run. He's down to about the 1-yard line. He almost scored. A nice tackle there.
Clock stops again, just under a minute left. Ball's going to be at the 1, 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and what could absolutely not happen looks like may happen here. Here we go. Ball at the 1-yard line, and Vose on the keeper, and he will score. Touchdown, Walker. Touchdown, Joseph Vose, and it is 27-0 with 51.5 seconds to go in the first half, extra point pending.
And I got Vose down for 3 rushing touchdowns on the night and a passing touchdown.
Kyle Goldstein on to kick the extra point for Walker. Patrick Wright, the holder. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So it's 28-0. Walker leading it with 51.5 seconds to go, and just a back-breaking score for the Wolverines just before halftime. How are the Paladins going to regroup from this? Do they have...
Probably with some Gatorade in the locker room.
Well, That absolutely.
That's a tough drive right there to swallow.
Do you just take a knee and kneel and just go into
Well,
the locker room and regroup, or?
I mean, Coach Mathis said it this week in the conference call. His team's not going to quit, so I don't think you're going to see anything remotely close to taking a knee here. But you do need to be very, very cautious because last turnover cashed in, the Wolverines cashed in for 7 points, and you don't want to do that here. But you definitely want to keep working on that playbook, keep improving, keep progressing.
So Nick Rath to kick it off to the Paladins, 51.5 seconds to go. Walker in firm command with a 28-0 lead. Here's the kick, long line drive kick. It is in and out, into the end zone. Ryan DeFazio just going to leave it alone, and the Paladins will start at their own 20.
That's a big boot there by number 42.
He's got a good leg.
Rath, 5'8" sophomore, 145 pounds. Using every ounce of that frame to put that ball in the end zone. That's tough to do even here at the high school level.
Looking at some stats from last week's Walker's game last week against Mount Pisgah Christian, Vose was 10 for 19, 79 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception.
Well, he's better than that today in the first half.
And he had 19 carries for 89 yards last week. Here we go. Mangum to throw. He throws a screen pass to Brooks Binkley, and he is tackled down around the, I want to say the 15-yard line.
Love the attitude there by Binkley. That it didn't go down with the first guy. It took 3 or 4 Wolverines to corral him in on the perimeter. And looks like the Paladins are going to get one more playoff here in this first half.
Ball at the 16-yard line.
Loses 4 on the play, brings up 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14.
Clock is winding down.
They say from the 17. And it looks like, looks like they may not get a playoff. Let's see. They will get a playoff. One more play here. They're going to hand the ball off to Brooks Binkley. Binkley trying to find some running room. Binkley still on his feet, and he is wrapped up right away by the Walker defense, and that's going to end the half. We are at halftime, and the Walker Wolverines have dominated the first half here between the Pines at Pinecrest Academy. Halftime score, Walker 28, Pinecrest Academy nothing. You're watching Pinecrest Academy Paladin football, powered by SUV TV. Okay,
This Pinecrest Academy football broadcast is brought to you by O'Rourke Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Haynes Sports Medicine, S.J. Palzo, Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Atlanta Rehabilitation Center, Billy Howe Ford, and Alessio's Restaurant and Pizzeria.
If you want a used vehicle, but you also want peace of mind, you want a Ford certified pre-owned vehicle. Because every Ford CPO vehicle is given a rigorous 172-point inspection by Ford factory-trained technicians. From the radiator to the transmission, to the engine, to the air conditioning, and every Ford CPO vehicle is backed by Ford with 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty coverage, plus 12-month, 12,000-mile limited warranty coverage. Ford certified pre-owned. A car that's inspected by Ford and backed by Ford. So what does that mean to you? Relax, it's covered.
we're back here between the Pines here at Pinecrest Academy at halftime. Not good news if you're a Paladin fan. Walker leads it 28-0 over Pinecrest Academy. The Paladins have played gallantly. They're trying the very best they can, but Walker has just come in here and just churned up the yardage. Robert Wood running the football, and the Wolverines just scoring at will right now against the Paladins. But we have a very special guest at halftime here, ladies and gentlemen. Father David Steffi, the president of Pinecrest Academy. Father Steffi, glad to have you with us.
Well, thank you so much, Ken. I really appreciate what you do for us. Paladin spirit is high today. As you know, we're celebrating our new coach, Coach Terrence Mathis, and the NFL has done some promotion on coaches who were ex-athletes, former pro athletes, and who are now giving back. And we're so blessed to have a man who is Christ-centered and is helping our kids not only learn what it means to be football players, but student athletes and men of character.
And exactly, and that's what you want ultimately. It's more than football. It's more than just athletics. Tell us about Pinecrest Academy and about the school as a whole. There's a lot going on here, not just athletics.
There sure is. We were founded in 1993, Ken, and we started with 24 students in the basement of a Baptist church, if you can imagine. Today we're close to 800 students, 68 acres of our beautiful campus, as you can see. We have a gender-separate education on a co-ed campus, and it's pre-K to 12. So we really are focused on partnering with the families, and we're trying to, our mission is to form servant leaders who will transform society, right? So what do we try to do here at Pinecrest? We try to foster an environment to enable our students to become Christian leaders, apostles, if you'd like to say it that way, so that they'll work not only to do good, but truly make a difference and become leaders that that make a difference in society, right?
As it says in the Bible in James, be ye doers of the word and not hearers only.
There you go. That's what I love being down south. I was at a school up north for 20 years, and coming down here to Georgia, the values of Georgia, the whole environment here truly fosters a place where you not only educate, but at Pinecrest we hope to also form the heart. And we hope to form the hearts of these young men and women to do and make a difference in mission fields and start here to give back. So it's just not what they receive and what they learn, but how they're assimilating to be holy moms and dads who will truly live family life, right? As we know, which is the center of society and community, right? And so what opportunities do we have? We have, besides all the beautiful education programs, and 10% of our senior class were accepted at Georgia Tech last year, which is a pretty...
That's tremendous.
Yeah, and it's... and so with the faith formation in the classroom, it's just not in the chapel, it's also part of their lives, right? And intellectually striving with the best college preparatory academics to be competitive and to bring the best out of our kids, not just to be able to get into university of choice, but to truly be men and women who live up to their potential. And that's up to their personal choices, right?
Right.
And so we strive to bring that out in every student, and the classrooms, and the fields of play, the art room, the band room, the stage room. A school like Pinecrest allows students to do several different things. Being a football player, but also being maybe in the drama, in the play, or
choir,
on the band or the choir, right? So many other opportunities to develop the total person and what we call our integral formation of the mind, the heart, the will, and also to give back to society.
What specific things are you doing ministerially going on in the community? You talked about servant leadership. Anything specifically going on at this time that Pinecrest Academy students are doing?
Well, thank you for asking that. Definitely. We have service hour requirements and clubs on campus that are centered around service and that are student-based. So our student-based mission club is doing some cool stuff to help the people in Houston. And in fact, there might be a mission trip during one of our breaks down there to help with that cause. We also have a senior trip coming up to Nicaragua. It's actually in January, but what a wonderful way to experience another culture. And so our seniors have that opportunity as well to open their minds and hearts to the less fortunate. We do a lot of local missions, especially down in Atlanta, where we can do some work in the homeless shelters. and some cool stuff staying overnight, serving in some of the soup kitchens and all. Again, to expose our children to what it's like to not have some of the things that we take for granted, right?
Right. We're such a rich country. We take it for granted, what we have until it's gone. And, in cases like Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma, a lot of people have lost a lot of things.
Right.
And you go to places like, as you said, Nicaragua or Russia, where I've been, people don't have a lot.
Very
they
true.
just have, they're happy with what they have, but they don't have much materially.
Right.
And so it's
and many times they're very happy.
Right.
And so that happiness impacts you because they have families. They have each other, and the little they have, they appreciate. In fact, one of the things we're going to do in December, and we did it last year for the first time, is participate in a program called Feed My Starving Children, Feed My Starving Children, which families and staff will spend hours packing boxes of food that will help families survive in the third world.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, 700 of our community participated, and we hope to have as many this year. It's a nonprofit group that organizes it, and as a community, as a Christmas Advent type thing, we participate, and that's pretty cool when you can bring the whole family together, right?
That is. Well, tell me about some of the other sports going on. You got volleyball and softball going on right now, as well as cross country.
Right.
How are things going with those teams?
We're young in a lot of our teams. We had a graduating class that had a lot of student athletes. Just like in our football program, there's some rebuilding going on. But what's most important, I think, is not just the games we win, but the spirit that's cultivated and the teamwork that's established. And what's beautiful about here at Georgia Sports is your teachers serve as many times as your coaches. So you have that participation, which really benefits all. And our students do a lot of other cool things, like the young girl, Katie, who sang the national anthem.
Beautiful job.
She sang in the end of August at an Atlanta Braves game. So how cool is that? So our kids do a lot of different things outside of school as well that they've learned here at Pinecrest.
Mm-hmm. We're talking with Father David Steffi, president of Pinecrest Academy. We're at halftime here, where the Paladins trail 28-0. And Father Steffi, what are we gonna do to get the Paladins going here?
Well, sometimes when we pray, the Lord knows what's best for us, right?
That's true.
Our hope is that our kids come out, have learned some lessons, they're going to adjust. Coach knows how to do that at halftime, and they're going to show the character like they did and fight. Again, we only have 4 seniors on the team, a new coach who's put in a new system. It's going to take some time, but when I go to some of the practices or speak to our students, they're very enthused. Not that they have a coach, and we also have an assistant coach who is an All-American there at Florida State, Buster. And he's our PE coach, which is really cool. And he's getting a lot out of our kids. But in this rebuilding year, it's about character. It's about perseverance. It's about showing up and working as a team. And I think in the second half, you're gonna see us score. You're gonna see us keep fighting to the end. And truly, we are going to be those Paladins, which is right, defenders of the faith, and sometimes the defenders of the gridiron the best we can. But we love our kids. We love the spirit. We're so excited to have a full house tonight. Beautiful fall day between the pines. So it couldn't be any better other than a score, which at the end of the day, that's not life.
And really, the Paladins have done a great job. They're battling. They've battled gallantly.
Right.
They've just run up against an opponent that is just having a great right now. The running back for Walker, Robert Wood, is just running the football really well. Their quarterback is throwing the ball well.
They're
0-3. They're just as desperate for a win as you guys are.
But they sure have a big front line.
They do.
And they're playing well today. So we
are.
got to give them credit, and we're glad they're playing well, because that's always going to try to bring the best out of us too. So let's see what we can do in the second half. And Ken, thanks so much for doing this and inviting me on, and I really appreciate all the good.
Father David Steffi, president of Pinecrest Academy, with us here at halftime. Father, thank you so much for stopping by, and good luck rest of the season. Good luck rest of the school year.
And all my prayers for all those who are listening and watching on
SUVTV.com if you want to catch Paladin football every Friday night. Next week we'll be at Mount Perrin Christian, I believe. That's the next game on the schedule.
Right. I think it's here, isn't it?
Looking at this, Max Preps is not the most reliable schedule maker and roster maker, and
I'm
so
not sure myself.
we'll just have to, we'll look at that. But it appears that's where we're going to be. But we will check on that. Right now it is 28-0 Walker over Pinecrest Academy. Father Steffi, thank you for being with us.
Thank you again. Bye-bye.
We're going to take a short break. You're watching Pinecrest Academy Paladin football, powered by SUV TV.
This
maybe even
Pinecrest
the soccer
Academy
coach
football broadcast is brought to you by O'Rourke Family and
let us know what's
Cosmetic
going on
and Sports Medicine.
and get the word
S.J.
out about
Palzo,
school.
Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Atlanta Rehabilitation Center, Billy Howe Ford, and Alessio's Restaurant and Pizzeria.
If you want a used vehicle, but you also want peace of mind, you want a Ford certified pre-owned vehicle. Because every Ford CPO vehicle is given a rigorous 172-point inspection by Ford factory-trained technicians. From the radiator to the transmission, to the engine, to the air conditioning, and every Ford CPO vehicle is backed by Ford with 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty coverage, plus 12-month, 12,000-mile limited warranty coverage. Ford certified pre-owned. A car that's inspected by Ford and backed by Ford. So what does that mean to you? Relax, it's covered.
We're back here between the Pines. We're at halftime where Walker leads Pinecrest Academy 28-0. Just had a very interesting and enlightening and just an excellent interview with Father David Steffi, the president of Pinecrest Academy, and all the things going on here at the school. And if you're interested in Pinecrest Academy, it's a K through 12 Catholic school, very good academic program, and they emphasize servant leadership in a Christ-centered environment. And if you have any questions or would like to take a tour or schedule a tour, you can go to www.pinecrestacademy.org. I don't have the phone number in front of me. I will get that as soon as we can. That's pinecrestacademy.org. As the minutes tick down here during the halftime, they honored some of the former athletes here at Pinecrest Academy. I'm here with
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm here with my partner Matt Mahoney.
I skipped the introduction.
Yes.
No, put the score aside just for a second here. What an atmosphere this is on a Friday night. You want to talk about high school football in the state of Georgia. I don't know if it gets any better than this. And I'll put any classification, not just the 1A levels, 6A, 5A, 8, whatever you want to do. This atmosphere is incredible. They got a sea of tents behind one end zone. and it's just great fellowship, great camaraderie. I saw the grills fired up, the tailgate atmosphere. Sunday Night Football crew was here with some cameras and a Lombardi trophy. We still haven't confirmed whether Matt Ryan was here or not, but his picture was on the side of the semi-truck, and this place is packed from front row to top row, from the right side of the bleachers all the way to the left, and nobody has gone anywhere. This is just an awesome, awesome vibe, an awesome atmosphere, and it's interesting. We get a chance to talk to Coach Mathis during the week, and he says the vibe on campus this week was incredible. You know, even despite the Hurricane Irma having 2 days off and losing 2 days of practice, but just that first home game, everyone is excited. Everybody's excited about the change of culture. We heard from the president too as well, and it's just like, I'm not saying they don't care about the scoreboard, but it's just, if you did not have a scoreboard on this field,
right,
and you just look around here of all the sea of green and all the guys down in the field, everybody's having a blast here tonight, and it just becomes infectious, Ken. It's just absolutely remarkable.
And that is great to see, and the president told me, you know, right now it doesn't matter about the score, it's about character building. This is a rebuilding that Coach Mathis is doing, and he is, and Father Steffi is very, very happy with Coach Mathis, and Coach Mathis wanting to give back, you know, having been an NFL player, and he wants to give back to the community, and this is how he's doing it.
And I mean, I can't further exemplify that conversation than what you just had, because how good does it feel, whether you and I as broadcasters or you're a public servant out there, but to have your boss's support verbally and publicly in the community is just a huge, huge weight and confidence for Coach Mathis to say, okay, go boys, I know we're down 20-0 here at halftime, but he's thinking long-term here and changing his culture and changing his football program. For him to be constantly looking over his shoulder like, oh my goodness, we're down 28-0 and who knows what this game. He can relax, he can coach, he can be himself, he can give back to the community. And I'm just in awe of how everyone is so cohesive and everyone is on the same page with this community, with the Paladin community here in this campus. I can't say remarkable enough, Ken.
That's right. Well, we're about to start the second half here. It is 1:28 on the clock as the Paladins are marching back out onto the field, and the Walker Wolverines also marching back onto the field. Want to remind you that next week, according to the schedule I have, now it might be wrong, but it looks like we'll be at Mount Perrin Christian next week. That is in Kennesaw, and but I will double check that. That's not confirmed. I'll double check that. But it appears that the Paladins will be traveling to Mount Perrin Christian in Kennesaw next Friday night. So the seconds ticking down, and we are ready to begin the second half. What do you see as far as what Coach Mathis wants to do in the second half, Matt?
Yeah, you're going to learn a lot out of this first possession. You're going to get the ball here to start the second half. And as little success you've had running the football between the tackles, offensively, you can still run the football on the perimeter. And I think if you at least keep the Wolverines defense honest with that perimeter run game, it's going to set up some play-action pass. And I think we saw that the fourth series of the game, Paladins able to move the football across midfield, you know, from one side of the field to the other. Drive stalled out and you had to punt thanks to a penalty. But I think you're going to see more of that perimeter run, whether it's a gain of 1, gain of 3, or gain of 20. You're going to see more of that perimeter run to keep those DBs and those cornerbacks engaged in the run game, and then you can play action off of that, try to get something over top of them. The short catch for Magnum, the short shotgun catch and throw quickly on the perimeter has worked too as well. So I would expect to see more of that. Coach Mathis said this week, talking to him, that long-term, again, projection, changing the culture. Right now, this team only knows about 30% of the playbook. And so when you're limited like that offensively as a play caller, you just got to find out what your team does well and stick to it. And I think that's what we're going to see here. Some perimeter running, some quick perimeter passing, and hopefully maybe play action over the top.
Last week, or not, I should say 2 weeks ago against Discovery, the Paladins were able to move the ball down the field. They moved the ball down to the 1 yard line and were about to take the lead, I believe, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
But then a fumble at the 1 yard line. Discovery recovered it 2 plays later, an 84-yard touchdown pass, and that just broke the backs of the Paladins.
Again, Coach Mathis said that. He referenced that exact play in that exact series you're talking about. But right now, He is looking for coachable, teachable moments, and that was a great example Discovery 2 weeks ago. I think you're going to see both the Magnum brothers get on the same page a little bit here in the second half in the passing game, but that is what Coach Matthews is thriving for right now. I'm not saying he doesn't care, but more importantly than points right now for this team and this program and this culture is finding those coachable moments so those guys can learn, have fun, and not make that same mistake over and over and over. And I'll be honest with you, can you tell me if you've seen differently? I haven't seen a ton of mistakes over and over and over. It's just the fact that Walker is so big up front, it's hard to stop him.
Right, I agree. They have a very, very big offensive line, and it's been hard for the Paladin defense to stop them.
Yeah.
And Robert Wood has just racked up the yardage, and the Paladins have not committed penalties like they did 2 weeks ago in the second half against Discovery, which really hurt them.
That last offensive possession, you had the tough holding call after the personal foul. That's a coachable moment here. You can't get extended as a tackle. So you're absolutely right here. No self-inflicting wounds here for the Paladins in this first half.
Walker has been the better team so far, but we have one more half to go, and the Paladins have shown they can move the football and score. So, let's keep hope alive. It's never over till it's over, as Yogi Berra would say.
Love seeing some Yogi Berra.
And the Paladins are going to get the ball to start the second half as Nick Rath is about to kick it away for Walker. Here we go. We're about to begin the second half. Walker leads it 28-0, but we still have another half of football to be played. Ryan DeFazio back to receive. Also number 10, Hogan Palmer. Rath awaits the ref's signal. And here we go. Rath puts his leg into it. It's a long, big kick, and it's fielded by DeFazio. DeFazio across the 15, across the 20. DeFazio, a nice return. He gets it to the 30-yard line. Nice return by Ryan DeFazio.
That Gatorade was good at halftime.
Yes, it was. So the Paladins will start from their own 30-yard line, decent field position, to mount a drive, and let's hope they can get a touchdown on this drive. Very important to get points on this drive. So 1st and 10 for the Paladins at their own 30-yard line. Mickey Mangum still a quarterback. Michael Barozes to his right. Mangan in shotgun. Mangan back to throw. Mangan looking, throws over the middle. It is complete to David Stubbs. Down to the 46-yard line. Good start for the Paladins.
Ken, I love it. 3 receivers to the near side. All of them go vertical. Stubbs, the inside receiver, that's tight end slot, runs a post. The fullback swings out of the backfield, draws that safety's attention, wide open to Stubbs. And you could have went to the slot receiver too. Both of them wide open down the middle of the field. Fake run, go pass. Love it.
1st and 10 from the Walker 45. Mangan in shotgun. 2 receivers to the right. Mangan going to hand it off to Barozes. Barozes breaks the tackle. Barozes, he's going to be smothered by, let's see, that is number 58. That is Patrick Reddick on the stop. So Barozes gets, I want to say, maybe 2 yards.
But again, that run play off the tackle again, trying to run on the perimeter, like the play call, got to keep him honest.
Actually only got 1 yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Same formation. Now trips go to the far side with a fullback in the backfield.
Trips to the far side, fullback in the backfield. Here's Mangan, back to pass, throws towards the sideline, complete to his younger brother, Colby Mangan, and he is tackled by Austin Gass at the 38-yard line.
Magnum magic right there, a little 7-yard stop route. Brother, you put your right foot in the ground, I'm going to hit you right on the 7, and that's exactly what they do.
Mangan getting in rhythm. Rhythm's an important thing on this drive, I think, Matt. 3rd and 9 from the 37. It is 3rd and long. Trips to the left. Mangan in shotgun. Mangan back to throw. He's going to throw, and it is incomplete. He wanted Patrick Sullivan, and Sullivan unable to bring it in, so it's going to be 4th down.
He'll see this play again on tape tomorrow, Monday, or Saturday, whenever they get to it, because there was coverage on the receiver, but he threw it to his outside shoulder away from the defender. That's a great ball by a young quarterback. Got to have that catch. 4th and 2 here, Ken.
4th and 2, very makeable. They're going to throw it, looks like, on this 4th down try.
Looks like Coach Matt's going to change the play from the sideline here. This is a big, big moment right here for Coach to change the play from the sideline. Can the quarterback handle it?
Here's Mangan back to throw. Throws towards the sidelines. It's incomplete. He wanted Patrick Sullivan. There was a miscommunication on the route. Sullivan went one way. The football went the other.
I'll tell you what, they ran the same combo, slants and slides to each side of the field, and Stubbs had snuck out of the backfield to the near side on that out route, and he was open.
Oh, shame. It's a shame that they weren't able to get some points on this drive after just a tremendous start on that pass play to David Stubbs, but
I like the play call, though.
The play call was good, but the Paladins had to turn the ball over on downs, and we have a timeout. No. So Walker has the football, 1st and 10 from the 37. Joseph O's going to hand it off to Robert Wood. Wood breaks a tackle, and he is smothered right away. Nice tackle there by Joey Kernan. Joey Kernan having a nice game.
Yeah, Joey did a nice job there. He's starting to step up. Instead of retreating from that middle linebacker position and waiting for the runner to come to him, he is filling that void. He's filling that hole that is being created by that big offensive line. Makes contact and just squeezes really hard. And I don't know about you, but you can't run too far when your knees and your ankles are tied together.
Nope. No, you can't. 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Walker up 28-0. 2nd and 10 from the 37. No gain on the play.
Big down right here. Don't give up a big play. Keep everybody in front.
And that was one of the keys to the game. Vose going to keep it. Vose runs. Vose is going to be tackled by number 56, Joey Kernan again.
Kernan in on the play as well as Hoover. Both stayed at home. They ran overload to the right side with 4 receivers at the defensive formation. Went that way, but a nice job by Hoover staying home, and we're going to get a holding penalty on top of it,
Holding penalty against Walker. The defense is standing tall here in the 2nd half. The Paladin defense standing tall, and a penalty against Walker. Going to back him up 10 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 20. From their own 25-yard line. 9:37 to go here in the 3rd quarter. There is plenty of time.
If you're a DB here, you got to think out route. So if you get a short break from a wide receiver at 7, 8, 9 yards, he's going to break to the outside. Jump up out route, go pick 6 right here. If you're going to be aggressive, now's the time to do it.
2nd and 22 from the 25 for Walker. Joseph Foes, the quarterback. In shotgun formation. He's going to keep it. He's going to run. And Vose is stacked up. And he's not going to get much.
Guess who, Ken?
Joey Kiernan.
He has been all over it this 2nd half. I can't describe it any better way. Instead of at the snap of the ball, him staying in his position where he's supposed to be lined up, he is working down the hill toward the line of scrimmage and filling that void and taking it right to the runner.
You got to think these guys are pumped up too, being that the Sunday Night Football truck is here, and they might have their footage on at least a clip on Sunday Night Football.
3rd and a bus right here. Nobody get beat. Cover 2 defense. Keep everybody in front.
3rd and 22. Back to throw is Vose. Vose, he's going to run with it. He's across the 20, across 25, across the 30, and a nice tackle there. That was number 15, Sawyer Huffstetler with a tackle. Nice shoestring tackle by Huffstetler.
I got Sawyer, I got Hoover, I got Tripp, I got the entire secondary doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Backpedaling at the snap, keeping every receiver in front. When the ball gets checked down, and that time it was a scramble, just go make the play.
Nice job by the Paladin defense.
They're going to set up a return here.
And here's the punt from Walker. And it's going to go out of bounds at around the, let's say the 38-yard line.
You're going to get better than this. Check again, Ken. The ball's going out of bounds almost at midfield, so fantastic field position here for the Paladins.
My eyes deceive me just a bit. So the ball placed at the 44-yard line. Pinecrest Academy with good field position. Great atmosphere tonight here between the Pines. Mangum in shotgun. He throws over the middle. It is caught by Stubbs, and Stubbs is across the 40 down to the 38-yard line.
Stubbs is going to work on his route running next week in practice for sure, because finally him and Magnum get on the same page. They've got 2 completions in the second half. But a scissors route to the near side. He's running that corner route a little flat. He's going to get more upfield, and Magnum can deliver that ball over his shoulder so he can catch and run. But a big play on first down for the passing attack.
Similar play to the other drive, similar play to Stubbs on that first drive of the half. Here we go. 1st and 10. Mangum back to throw. He's under pressure, and he eludes the pressure, but he does not elude it for long as number 24 for Walker makes the tackle.
Yeah, it's a nice little blitz on the outside perimeter there. That's Hoist that comes up with the nice run blitz there. Magnum again, though, sees heat coming from the outside and steps up in the pocket. That is a big-time move from a very new quarterback, so to speak. Most guys get pressure from the outside and they want to run away from it. No, the protection is north, stepping up in the pocket. That's a great job by the quarterback.
Jake Kajos with the tackle. 2nd and 12. The give is to Binkley. Binkley across the 35-yard line, an 8-yard gain down to around the 34.
Again, Ken, when you throw the ball, it loosens up that defensive line to not pin their ears back, opens up some holes in the interior. You're able to run the football. Now you set up 3rd and manageable here.
Let's call it 3rd and 6 from the 35-yard line of Walker. Important 3rd down for the Paladins here. 6:16 to go in the 3rd quarter. Walker leads at 28-0. Paladins trying to get on the scoreboard. Mangum in shotgun formation. Back to throw. He throws. It is complete. Oh, incomplete. Just off the hands of Colby Mangan. And we do have a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is on.
Could be offside. Not 100%. No, they're going to do preliminary indication holding against the Paladins.
It looks like, yeah, the Paladins.
But can I tell you, we've seen this play a bunch. The slant on the outside receiver and a slide, a 5-yard out by the inside receiver, and that's the first time that Magnum has pulled the trigger on the slide. A window will open up when that nickelback or that outside linebacker will vacate in the flat. And so that's a good read by Magnum, just getting on the same page in terms of timing.
And it is holding against the Paladins. That's going to back him up 10 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 16.
They're actually going to decline the penalty, Ken.
They're going to decline the penalty, Walker will. So it's 4th and 6 from the 35. And the Paladins are going to punt.
Well, Ken, I'm going to say they're going to show punt formation. Don't be surprised to see some trickeration here.
Let's see, maybe that's a possibility. I could see that at this point in the game. Then again, Coach Mathis may want to pin the Wolverines way back in their own territory. So Matt Stone punts it, and it's going to bounce across the 20, across the 15, and about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, not mad at that at all.
That is a good punt by Matthew Stone. So Walker has the ball at their own 12-yard line. Coach Mathis electing to play a field position game to put Walker deep in their own territory so his defense can possibly make a play, maybe get a turnover here and score a touchdown, or get a stop here and get good field position again. So 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, they're going to say. Two receivers to the right, and they're going to give it to Robert Wood. Robert Wood across the 20, and he's to the 22-yard line. Nice run by Wood. That offensive line is just dominating.
Yeah, and unfortunately for the Paladins, I think the Wolverines realize they're up 4 possessions halfway through the 3rd quarter, so they're just going to stick to the ground and pound here to try to get the TKO.
28-0 Walker, 5:45 to go in the 3rd quarter.
I just think they're going to try to limit the Paladins' offensive possessions and say, if we run the football, even if we punt 4 times, they're not going to get enough possessions to score 28 points or more.
Here's Joseph Foes with the ball, and he's going to run with it. And he gets to about the 25-yard line. Picked up 3, so it's going to be 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7 from the 25. Clock ticking, 5:04, 5:03 in the third quarter. Walker taking their time. They're up 28-0. Joseph O's in shotgun formation for Walker. And he's going to run with it. He can run. Joseph O's down to about the 30.
He's going to be short.
He's going to be short of the yardage to gain. As Nolan Stafford is in on the stop. 3rd and 2. Big third down here for the Paladin defense. Important for the defense to get a stop if they can here, get the ball back.
At least keep field position.
2 receivers to the left. Joseph O's in shotgun formation. He awaits the snap.
Paladin so heavy blitz.
And Vose hands it off to Wood, and Wood's going to bust it up the middle and all the way to the 37-yard line. And that offensive line just taken over.
Yeah, Paladin's doing everything they can. They go man up on the perimeter, put 8 guys in the box, and all of them pick the gap, Ken. They just brought 8 guys on a run blitz right there. Pick the gap, and the Wolverines are still able to pick up 3+ yards for the first down.
So Walker gets a first down. It's 1st and 10 from the Walker 39-yard line. 3:47 to go. Walker in firm command, up 28-0. But the Paladins gallantly playing as hard as they can here in this opening this opening home game. Wood with the carry. Wood has the ball. Wood's going to run for about 3 or 4 yards.
Ground and pound, Ken.
Ground and pound is right. There's really no reason for Walker to even throw a pass for the rest of the game. I mean, that is if the Paladin defense can't stop them. So clock kicking down, 3:08, 3:07 in the third. 2nd and 6 from the 43 of Walker. Mangan gonna hand it off to Wood. Wood busted wide open. He found a seam and he busted it across the 50-yard line down to about the 48 of Pinecrest Academy. So that is a first down for the Wolverines with 2:51 to play in the third quarter.
And again, with every first down, with every run play, there's not going to be any urgency whatsoever to run the next play.
Exactly.
They're going to milk this play clock. We can't see officially inside 10 seconds, but that's what the pace of this is right now for the Wolverines.
Mangan, he's going to kick it this time. Mangan out to the outside. Mangan running. Mangan, he's going to score, it looks like. Mangan all the way. Touchdown, Walker. Correction. That was Joseph Foes, the quarterback for Walker. Joseph Foes with a 49-yard touchdown run, and that gives Walker a 34-0 lead.
I got a feeling Walker's going to nominate their quarterback for the Player of the Week in Forsyth County, wouldn't you? 4 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown as well. He's accounted for all 5 scores for the Wolverines here tonight.
Kyle Goldstein on for the extra point. And a high snap, but he gets it up. The kick is good. So with 2:18 to go in the third quarter, Walker puts another touchdown up on the board. Joseph O's with a 49-yard touchdown run, giving the Wolverines a 35-0 lead. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Pinecrest Academy Paladin football, powered by SUV TV.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
We're back here with 2:18 to go in the third quarter. Walker just scored another touchdown. It is 35-0 Walker over Pinecrest Academy. Quarterback Joseph Vose with a 49-yard touchdown run to give the Wolverines a 35-0 lead, as Nick Rath is about to kick it away to Pinecrest Academy. And a long kick. It's caught by DeFazio. DeFazio runs it across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. And the Paladins desperately trying to get on the scoreboard here. They've had some nice drives, Matt, some nice slant passes over to David Stubbs, and they start the drives off, but just unable to finish.
Yeah, DeFazio running hard. I love that. That's what I want to see out of the last quarter and a half from this Paladin. Keep playing hard, keep fighting with every possession. And you get an unfortunate block in the back on that kick return. I think DeFazio ran so hard that he outran his coverage there on the on the wedge, and so the referee was forced to throw the flag on the block in the back. So now a mere 87 yards away from the end zone.
They're playing Dancing Queen over the loudspeaker. That was back in the 70s. None of these kids were born when that song was going on. They're having a great time here, nonetheless, in spite of the score. So Mangan, still the quarterback. Mickey Mangan, he's going to pitch it over to Hogan Palmer. Palmer trying to find some running room. Palmer is tackled down at around the 15-yard line.
It's one of those tough breaks where you run about 12 yards and only get 2 out of it, but that's the perimeter run game we've seen. Good spot there. He's going to pick up 4, but that's the perimeter run game we're looking for.
1:50 to go in the third quarter. Walker up 35-0 over Pinecrest Academy. 2nd and 10 from the 16 for the Paladins. Hogan Palmer behind Mickey Mangan. Mangan back to throw. Mangan going to throw. He's got Stubbs. He had Stubbs. And that ball was almost intercepted by Patrick Wright of Walker.
Yeah, Wright's playing center field out there.
He tried to get it to David Stubbs.
Yeah, he locked on to Stubbs real early. He had success on that post route over the middle of the field, and so that time Wright was just hanging out there in center field, stepped right in front of it and hit him in a bad spot.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 16, 1:28 to go here in the third quarter.
Seen a couple of reserves start to creep into the game for the Wolverines.
Mangan in shotgun formation. Binkley behind him, the running back. Mangan back to throw. He tosses it to Brooks Binkley. Binkley eludes a tackler, and Binkley is tackled down at about the 20-yard line.
Love the screenplay there. We haven't seen that. Maybe like a running back screen back behind the line of scrimmage on kind of a flare route from the backfield, but that's the first time we've seen the backer get lost in the line of scrimmage and pop out for a screenplay. So I like the play call. That's some of that playbook that's going to start to grow on this Paladins offense. So Coach dials one up there, and you got it on tape, and you can learn from it.
So it's going to be 4th down again as Matthew Stone is in to punt. Stone gets it. He punts. High end-over-end kick. It bounces out around the 41-yard line. We have a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is.
Looks like it's going to happen after the punt, so the change of possession will still keep with Wolverines football, but you wonder if this is a block in the back or illegal hands to the face, something tacky on the perimeter here. And again, something of the 15-yard variety against the Paladins would be not healthy.
41 seconds to go in the third quarter. Holding against Walker. So that's a positive thing for the Paladins. In fact, they're going to get a first down.
Well, they still keep possession of the ball.
Oh, Walker, excuse me, that's right, Walker does. So Walker going to keep possession of the football. They've got a 35-0 lead.
Yeah, they're trying to determine do you walk it off from the spot of the foul or where the ball went out of bounds. And since no one touched it for the Wolverines, you have to do it from where the ball went out of bounds. It wouldn't make any sense to just hold it to the line of scrimmage and get the ball 10 yards back from it. So they're getting it sorted out here.
Want to remind you that next week, and this is tentative, not sure about the schedule, we'll check on it. It looks like we'll be at Mount Perrin Christian next Friday night. Pre-game show at 7:23, kickoff at 7:30. Here's new quarterback in for Walker. That is Patrick Wright. He hands it off to Bo Slay, I believe. And Michael Barroza is in on the tackle for the Paladins as the time runs down here in the third quarter. Walker content to keep the ball on the ground. So that's going to do it for the third quarter. And Walker maintains a 35-0 lead against Pinecrest Academy here between the Pines. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Pinecrest Academy Paladin football on SUV TV.
If you want a used vehicle, but you also want peace of mind, you want a Ford certified pre-owned vehicle. Because every Ford CPO vehicle is given a rigorous 172-point inspection by Ford factory-trained technicians. From the radiator to the transmission, to the engine, to the air conditioning. And every Ford CPO vehicle is backed by Ford. With 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty coverage. Plus 12-month, 12,000-mile limited warranty coverage. Ford Certified Pre-Owned, a car that's inspected by Ford and backed by Ford. So what does that mean to you? Relax, it's covered.
We're back here to start the fourth quarter. Walker with a 35-0 lead over Pinecrest Academy. Pinecrest Academy has been able to move the football down the field, but unable to cash in. Walker with the football now. And they hand the ball off to a new running back. And a nice tackle there. New running back is number 89.
How about the hit of the night here? That's Nolan Stafford.
Nolan Stafford, great
coming
hit.
Right through that line of scrimmage and absolutely colluded the ball carrier for the Wolverines.
Absolutely great hit there by Nolan Stafford. It's going to be 3rd and 13 for the Wolverines. And another nice tackle. Another nice tackle by Patrick Sullivan.
Nice job, Sullivan, coming from that outside linebacker / defensive end position. He's the last man on the line of scrimmage on the wide side of the field. Just gets right up the field and makes a nice tackle. And so the 3-and-out punt after the quarter change will give the ball back to the Paladins, but that clock just melting away on Pinecrest here in the fourth quarter.
Jake Hajost in on the punt for the Wolverines. And here's the punt. High kick. And it's going to hit at the 46-yard line. Good field position for the Pinecrest Academy Paladins. So another chance for the Paladins to get on the scoreboard before the game is over here. And it has been a great atmosphere tonight. You have the tents behind the field, as you were saying. The Sunday Night Football truck is here. Fans are having a great time. We had a nice interview with the president of Pinecrest Academy, Father David Steffi. A lot of good things going on here at Pinecrest Academy.
Yeah, I'm just absolutely taken away. I'm in awe. This is an absolute phenomenal atmosphere for a Friday night here in Cumming, Georgia.
And They're going to take a timeout. I believe Coach Mathis called timeout.
That'd be the Wolverines.
Will be the
Wolverines had about 13 guys on the field, so they
had the call of timeout then.
Yeah, they're trying to get the right personnel on the field, trying to figure out starters are staying on, or should I say reserves staying on, starters coming back. They had about a 60-40 mixture, and so they had too many jerseys on the field, so they're trying to get it sorted out by Matt Carter on the far sideline.
So 10-17 to go here in the game. This is as Father Steffi said at halftime, this is a character building time for this group. It's a rebuilding year. But Coach Mathis is a great coach. He's gonna get this program up and running. And it's more about the score. It's about the character of the players, the student athletes, as Father Steffi was alluding to at halftime. So 1st and 10 from the 48. Mangan still in at quarterback. Mangan back to throw. Pass is complete to Colby Mangan, and he gets across the 45-yard line down to the 44-yard line. And the Paladins on the move here.
Can you talk about building character? You want to guess how many seniors are on this roster for the Paladins?
It eludes me at the moment.
I got a total of 4.
4 seniors.
Only 4 seniors. This program is built for the future.
Mangan back to pass. He's got his guy. He's got his man.
Great
Completed pass to Peter Hoover.
Great job. That's that slants and slides combination to the wide side of the field. Anytime it's on the wide side of the field, all you're going to do is wait for that outside linebacker or that nickelback to go into the flats. It's going to create a huge passing window. Hoover is right in that lane, on target, on time. Great pitch and catch.
Mangan back to throw. He throws, and it is caught once again. This time caught by number 4. That's Ryan DeFazio. He caught it at about the 20-yard line.
DeFazio, he's the underneath route, that slide route, 5 yards break to the sideline. That time the nickelback played off about 7-8 yards off the field. So you take what the defense gives you, you give the underneath route, and you go back at it again.
Mangan back to pass. He throws it towards the end zone, a wide open. Oh, he can't hold on to it. Oh my goodness.
So can you ever go walking through the mall and you go into a store?
That was DeFazio, by the way.
And you go into a store and you realize you're the only person in that store shopping today? DeFazio had that feeling that he was all by himself, and he got weirded out.
A la Jackie Smith in the Super Bowl a long time ago. Jackie Smith, former Dallas Cowboy player, wide open, dropped the pass.
If Mickey can deliver that ball about a second and a half sooner, that's what we need.
It is 3rd and 2. Mangan back to pass. He's going to throw a long pass into the end zone. It is, and there is going to be pass interference.
Yeah.
Colby Mangan was the intended receiver.
Like the idea. You get man-to-man coverage on the short side of the field. You throw the fade route right at the pylon. It's basically a jump ball like in basketball, 50-50. And the offense has that advantage because any sort of contact with the DB is going to be in your favor. So easy 15 yards on a third, what would have been 4th and 2. On 3rd and 2, you get 15 yards and a first down and a chance to punch it in the end zone here.
Clint Davenport, the guilty party for the Wolverines, and it's going to be first and goal from the 10-yard line. Mangan in shotgun formation. Mangan going to hand it off to Binkley. Binkley trying to cut up field. Binkley down to about the 6-yard line, but we have 2 flags.
Binkley had a cut. He had the right idea bouncing it outside the guard, but then you got to go north and south toward the end zone, and we get 2 flags for the same hold on the right side of that line of scrimmage. Because if Binkley cuts it up, the block is in the right spot, inside out. If Binkley goes right underneath the right or the right guard, I should say, there's not a hold call there. But since he bounced it out, the defender is able to get away from the offensive lineman and stretch the arms out of the guilty Paladin party for the holding call. So now 1st and goal backs them all the way up out of the red zone.
So 1st and 20 for the Paladins. Mangan back to throw. He throws, it is complete to Peter Hoover. Peter Hoover down inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 4, I'd say.
Trips to the left,
inside the 5.
Trips to the left side. Outside receiver, inside receiver go vertical. Hoover goes about 8 yards downfield and cuts back underneath the coverage, wide open, nice pitch and catch.
2nd down and 4. Mangan hands off to Binkley, and Binkley is down at about he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Paladins! Brooks Binkley with the 4-yard run, and the Paladins are on the scoreboard.
So what Binkley did incorrectly 3 plays ago, he did correctly there for the touchdown. Gets to that second level, cuts up toward the end zone, plows in for the first Paladin touchdown of the game.
Connor Sassine on to attempt the extra point. Mangan the holder. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is no good. The kick is no good, but Brooks Binkley with the 4-yard run, a 4-yard touchdown run, puts Pinecrest Academy on the scoreboard. Their first touchdown no, I have to take that back. Their first touchdown of this game.
And Ken, how appropriate is it? We talked about how young this team is, how they're trying to change for the future. We mentioned there's only 4 seniors on this roster. How about Brooks Binkley as one of the 4 seniors? Gets in on his last first home game of the season. You with me there? His last first home game of the year. There'll be a lot of lasts for him throughout the season, but that first home score of the year goes to the senior and Brooks Binkley.
I was about to say first touchdown of the year, but they did score 10 points against South Forsyth on Brooks Binkley's touchdown in that game. So Brooks Binkley's second touchdown of the year. It is 35-6 Walker with 7:34 to go, as Connor Sassine is ready to kick it away to the Wolverines. Lake Boyer back to receive, and they're going to try an onside kick. But Patrick Wright is there to grab it.
Patrick Wright's been the MVP in the 4th quarter for the Wolverines. Had the defensive deflection, almost interception to stop a 3rd down conversion. He's been put in the game at quarterbacks, run the football a couple times, and comes up with a nice hands coverage effort on the sneak attack onside kick. It's going to be all sides against the Paladins. This is a simple decline and change of possession, I would think. They're going to back him up 5 yards.
Back him up 5 yards and have him re-kick.
I mean, you're going to make yourself a little vulnerable there. I mean, you know, the sneak attack onside kick isn't coming again, but you go from having possession in midfield to giving it up.
So Sassine on to kick again. And another onside kick try, and a Paladin player touched it. It's recovered by a Wolverine player, number 2, Jake Tasman, near midfield, actually around the 45-yard line of Walker.
I believe it was Colby Magnum. He got his paw on it, but he couldn't haul it in. And he was good. He was past 10 yards.
So the onside kick almost worked for Pinecrest Academy, but the Wolverines are going to have good field position at the 47-yard line, their own 47-yard line, with 7:20 to go in the game. And you reckon they're just going to keep the ball on the ground
I will reckon.
The rest of the game here.
I will reckon that, yes.
Patrick Wright is the quarterback. He's under center.
14, Patrick Wright in for the Wolverines.
And Patrick Wright is going to give it to,
All the Paladins are getting on some action on that one.
trying to see who it is.
That's number
Good.
1 on the carry.
Number 1, that's Parker Cook on the carry. Good defense by the Paladins.
It's maybe a yard.
And a gain of a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and 9.
Ball's at the 48-yard line, brings up 2nd and 9.
Correct, and 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 from the 48-yard line. And now Wright's going to run it. He's going to run it upfield along the sidelines. A nice run by Patrick Wright. And he gets into Paladin territory. He's down at the Pinecrest Academy 38-yard line.
Great job by Patrick right there. Had me fooled on the play action. Just a naked boot out to the far side. I thought the running back had it the whole way and was stopped for no gain, but he bootlegs it out to the far side and picks up a first down.
15,
So 1st and 10 from the 30, let's call it the 39-yard line of Pinecrest Academy. 6:05 to go in the game, clock running. Wolverines content just to keep the ball on the ground with a 35-0 lead.
I want one more offensive possession. See if they can put together what they, see if they can duplicate and repeat what they did
Now they have
last
another
drive.
quarterback in. And now Parker Cook has it. And nice pursuit by the Paladin defense. Brooks Binkley in on the tackle. Joey Kiernan, that guy again, in on the tackle as well.
That's a Charlie Condon, freshman, 5'10", 140 pounds, getting some quality experience early in his freshman season.
5:24 and counting. Clock winding down here in this game. Walker up 35-0 on Pinecrest Academy. Condon under center. And we've got an offside, it looks like. Unless somebody moved on the offensive line of Walker. It's going to be against Pinecrest Academy. Offsides, that's going to give Walker 5 more yards. So 2nd and 5 from the 34-yard line of Pinecrest Academy. Now you're playing for pride here. You don't want to give up another touchdown. Ball placed at the 34-yard line. Walker content just to let the clock run and run and run. Condon under center. And he's going to hand it off to Parker Cook. Parker Cook runs up the middle. He gets maybe 3 yards.
Quarterback running back combination of a pair of freshmen there with Condon and Cook. Cook, the running back, 5'6", 140 pounds. Getting some, again, quality experience early in their careers.
And we have a timeout on the field. Timeout, Pinecrest Academy. We'll take a timeout as well. It is 35-0 Walker over Pinecrest Academy. 4:13 to go in the game. You're watching Pinecrest Academy Paladin football, powered by SUV TV.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
This Pinecrest Academy football broadcast is brought to you by O'Rourke Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Haynes Sports Medicine, S.J. Palzo, Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Atlanta Rehabilitation Center, Billy Howe Ford, and Alessio's Restaurant and Pizzeria.
We're back here with Walker having the football and the lead. And Parker Cook is met at the line of scrimmage. Nice defense by the Paladins with 4 minutes to play.
He's going to be short of the first down, so it's going to bring up fourth. Excuse me, no, yeah.
Want to take this time real quick to
4th and 2 here.
Want to mention our sponsors here: Atlanta Rehabilitation and Performance Center, Haynes Sports Medicine, O'Rourke Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Grub. We'll read some more a little bit later here. And now another quarterback in, number 16. This is Cayman Crisp, excuse me. And he pitches it to number 31. 31 is tripped up.
Holding on the play too as well, Ken, so that a 4th down decline of the hold penalty because he was tackled behind the line of scrimmage and a turnover down in the Paladins football.
So the Paladins will get the football back as the ball turns over on downs. While they got a second here, want to read some more of our sponsors: Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, Georgia Water and Fire Restoration, Henningar Realty, Castle Car Wash, Bent Oak Farms. Also, we want to thank Northside Hospital. We want to thank The Collection. We want to thank Laurel Springs Animal Hospital, Primary Care Pediatrics, Black Diamond Grill, Bill Kiernan, Southern Landscape Supply, Primary Care Pediatrics sponsored paid. Also Black Diamond Grills. Well, these are the sponsors that make all this happen, ladies and gentlemen. Support these sponsors. Go out and support them. Black Diamond Grill, that's a nice restaurant. So the Paladins get the football back. 3:08 to go in the game. Mangan back to pass. Mangan going to throw a long bomb. And he's got it, man! Oh, no, he does not have it. He had Colby Mangan, but Colby couldn't hold on to it.
Great read by Mickey. Great route by Colby. Just went right past the DB. The ball was on time. The ball was on target, and Colby just forgot the football. He wasn't showboating by any means, but he was behind the secondary and was thinking 6. He just forgot the football.
You just have to make those catches. Uh-oh, a pitch over to Hogan Palmer. Palmer almost fumbled it, but he gathered it in, and now we got a flag on the play as Palmer is tackled at the 45-yard line. I think this is a face mask or a horse collar. At least I'd like to believe it.
This could be something violent here. But Palmer, a nice carry for a tough 7 yards, and now we're going to get a flag. This by the field judge, too. This could be, I don't want to say the T word here, John, but a lot of contact up around the head.
Holding against Pinecrest Academy.
Ooh. I'd like to know a number on that
I
one.
would, too.
That's a late flag.
That was
really,
a very late flag.
Really far down the field, too, as well.
It looked like it was, it looked like he had a guy, he had the helmet. The tackler had the helmet of Hogan Palmer. Nevertheless, Mangan back to pass. Mangan going to try another long bomb, and it is overthrown as his younger brother, Colby Mangan, he was trying to get it to Parker Cook on the coverage.
Yeah, I was about to say, Parker Cook said his name a couple times here in the fourth quarter. He's been toting a loaded running back. They put him out there in DB on the far side, and he does a great job of using the sideline as one man. He's the other. It's almost like double coverage trying to throw to Colby Magnum. A nice job there by the freshman and Cook in coverage.
So it's 3rd and 13 from the 35-yard line. Mangan back to pass, throwing, and it's caught. Caught by Ryan DeFazio, and he's run out of bounds at the 49-yard line. There's still time to get some more points on the board.
That's a huge confidence, though, there for Magnum. On 3rd and 13, they run double out routes and find a wide-open, deeper second out route right at the first down marker at midfield. A great catch, and having to deal with the sideline, too, as well. Good throw.
If they hurry here, they can get down into the red zone. Here we go. Mangan back to pass. Another long bomb. This one is caught! It is caught! A great catch! And it's Colby Mangan.
I don't think Colby was going to be denied that opportunity. He got past the DB again, in between the corner and the safety, rises up the ladder and just secures this ball with 2 hands. He was not going to let that one go.
1st and 10 from the 15 for the Paladins. Mangan back to pass. He's going to throw towards the end zone. It is caught. I want to say that is Peter Hoover.
Yep, Hoover with the catch on that underneath route.
So Peter Hoover catches the pass, and the Paladins are down to the 1-yard line. They're ready to punch this one in. Mangan back to pass. He's going to run for it, and he's going to fall short of the goal line.
So the play broke down, and so
got to call a timeout.
Mickey had to hurry just to get some sort of positive yards, and the Paladins will burn their first timeout of the second half.
I'm surprised they didn't run the ball on that play, but then again, I guess if the run play didn't work, then more time would run off the clock, and they wouldn't have a chance to run another play.
But I don't think they were trying to run the football there. I think that was a play action, and the running back got tied to the wrong side because Mickey turned to his left, running back went to his right, and so the play broke down, and so Mickey just dove forward basically with heat coming down his neck of trying to get some positive yardage.
So 8.7 seconds to go, 2nd and goal from the 2. Let's see what Coach Mathis has drawn up.
Here's the thing, Ken. If you're inside the 2 and you're in the shotgun, you don't have time to hesitate. If you go under center, you could throw that fade route real quick. If it doesn't work, you'd have less than 3 seconds left and you could run another play. But if you go from shotgun and it's anything other than a quick slant throw, you're going to run out of time here. So running probably maybe your best option if you do want to burn your last time out, but I would try to go under center here, throw a fade route to the perimeter rather quickly, and then you would have another down and a couple of seconds left.
Okay, here we go. 8.7 seconds to go. 2nd and 2. 2nd and goal from the 2 for the Paladins.
Mickey's under center. Look at Colby near side, wide open, and man-to-man, I should say.
Here we go. Colby up the keeper with the keeper. And it is a touchdown for the Paladins. Touchdown, Paladins. Mickey Mangum with the keeper. And he scores with 2.6 seconds to go.
No need to be creative when you get a quarterback keeper there with 2 seconds left. From 2 yards out, he rumbles in and gets a big emotional touchdown for the Paladins.
So Connor Sassine on to attempt the extra point. He missed his earlier extra point. Let's see if he can get this one. Here's the hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. 35-13. Looks like that's going to be the final score. It won't be a win tonight for the Paladins. Walker will end their losing streak. They will go to 1-3, but a big boost of confidence for the Pinecrest Academy Paladins as they score a touchdown with 2.6 seconds left. And they'll go into next week preparing for Mount Pisgah Christian. That is who the Paladins will play next week right here between the Pines. Next Friday night, 7:30 kickoff here between the Pines at Pinecrest Academy. The Paladins against Mount Pisgah Christian. And interestingly enough, Mount Pisgah beat Walker 45-21.
Yeah, let's not go over that headline
That's
just
true.
yet.
That's true. Let's leave that one alone. So Connor Sassine going to kick it away to Parker Cook and the Walker Wolverines. Here's the kick. It's a knuckleball. And that's going to do it. That's going to do it. That ends the ball game. Final score. Walker 35, Pinecrest Academy 13. We'll take a timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching Pinecrest Academy Paladin football powered by SUV TV.
This Pinecrest Academy football broadcast is brought to you by O'Rourke Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Haynes Sports Medicine, S.J. Palzo, Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Atlanta Rehabilitation Center, Billy Howe Ford, and Alessio's Restaurant and Pizzeria.
We're back here at Pinecrest Academy between the Pines, where Walker has defeated Pinecrest Academy 35-13, but a very big boost, a confidence boost for the Paladins as quarterback Mickey Mangan scores on a keeper with 8 seconds left to make the score a little more respectable, but it is a loss. 35-13, Walker gets the victory. They improve to 1-3, and Pinecrest Academy falls to 0-3. Let me very quickly mention our sponsors. We want you out in the listening area to support these sponsors: Atlanta Rehabilitation and Performance Center, Haynes Sports Medicine, O'Rourke Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Grubb Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, Georgia Water and Fire Restoration, Hennigar Realty, Castle Car Wash, Ben Oak Farms, The Collection, Northside Hospital, Laurel Springs Animal Hospital, Primary Care Pediatrics, Black Diamond Grill, Bill Kiernan, Southern Landscape Supply. And with that, Matt, it was, Walker just took over early. The offensive line was strong. Robert Wood ran the ball efficiently, and the Wolverines just were able to score at will in the first half, and the Paladins just had a tough time stopping them. But I believe the Paladins gained some very important confidence here late in the game.
Ken, you said it beautifully there. I don't know what I can add to it. You hit the nail on the head right there. We've talked to Coach Mathis. We've talked to President here at Pinecrest Academy, and just this commitment to building and creating a culture of character moving forward. It's not about last week or this week or even next week or even at the end of this season. This team could make the playoffs and win the state championship, and I think everybody in this town, in this area, would be tickled to death with that. But I don't think that's the ultimate focus and the goal for this community and this program. They're trying to build character and build this program for the long haul. They've got the right man at the head coach for the job. And former Falcon Terrence Mathis. They're a very young team. We mentioned they only have 4 seniors, so I know in the newspaper and on the social media it's going to say 35-13, but I think it's still a step in the right direction for this football program. And most importantly, we didn't see the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over. Very teachable, very coachable moments. There's not a whole lot of self-inflicted wounds in this loss.
No.
Very coachable moments moving forward, and we look forward to having more Pinecrest Academy football on SUV TV. And Ken, as long as the atmosphere is as good as this every Friday night, I'm in. This is going to be awesome.
And give Coach Walker head coach Matt Casper and his
absolutely.
club credit for coming out and playing the way they did. They just dominated from the beginning. But just a big boost of confidence, especially at the end with Mickey Mangan scoring the touchdown. Much improvement from the Paladins this week from 2 weeks ago and the week before that. As you said, these were not self-inflicted wounds. They just ran up against a better team tonight. Walker was the better team. And Pinecrest Academy is going to grow from this, and they're going to get their wins this season, I believe. They're going to get better and better, and that's what it's all about. And more importantly, their character is going to get better and better. I don't know if you've seen the latest 30 for 30 show, what Carter lost, about that Carter High School out in Dallas, Texas, had that super high school team back in 1988 that won the Texas State Championship. And it was even debatable whether they even should have been in the playoffs because of a player being ineligible academically or whatever. And then you had some of the players from Carter go out and rob banks. Well, they won a state title, but what did it get them? Here, they may not win a state title, Pinecrest Academy, this year, but what they're doing here at the school, from what I was talking to Father David Steffi about, the president of the school, it's more important than football, more important than athletics. It's about service and servant leadership, and that's what they're trying to teach here. That's what Coach Mathis is trying to teach here, and in eternity, in the long run, that's what really matters. So it's not a win tonight, but it's a step in the right direction for Pinecrest Academy. Final score: Walker 35, Pinecrest Academy 13. We will be back here between the Pines next Friday night as the Paladins will host Mount Pisgah Christian. Pre-game show at 7:23, kickoff at 7:30. For my partner, Matt Mahoney, I'm Ken Gustafson saying so long. You've been watching Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football, powered by SUV TV.